Into this atmosphere walks the most ruthless character you have ever seen on the screen. A killer returning to the slums that nurtured him and to the man who, strangely enough, had been his boyhood comrade.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today is February 12th, 2022. You're back for episode 24 of the Script Hackers podcast. It's your boy C through the script, and I'm here with
Neo the Hacker.
Yes, Sirski. I hope everybody's feeling blessed. It's good to see everybody active in the chat real early on. So, bless up to everybody that's here.
Yes, sir.
New background splash if you guys digging with it. A
Me and
little
the
spaceship
spaceship.
vibe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So yeah, guys, it's been an interesting week. Obviously, tomorrow's a big day for the sports fanatics out there.
Yeah, we got the Roman circus.
The Roman circus, yeah, the bread and circuses, the energy harvesting ritual, the biggest of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess soccer has some big, energy harvesting rituals, but the Super Bowl's yearly, so
Exactly. Isn't FIFA like every 4 years or something?
something like that. I think it's a
Yeah.
4-year cycle. So yeah, definitely, this is a huge energy ritual. It's gonna have a lot of eyes, a lot of attention. We remember
And
last
of
Super
course,
Bowl.
it's in Los Angeles, right? The
Oh yeah,
Hollywood, you know.
oh yeah, Hollywood, the
You know.
land of trickery and deception through film and
Exactly.
entertainment. And then you also have the fact that it's Super Bowl 56.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously know
Mm-hmm.
for the last 2 years, anybody in this community, how important the number 56 has been in this community and what we've seen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys, for sure. Everybody has their picks. I mean, guys, I don't really do sports decoding, so I'm not really the one to give you who's the one to bet on, etc. So if you're here for that, it kind of sucks, but stay tuned because you might find other stuff interesting here. Um,
Absolutely.
Definitely. Speaking of that, actually, here's a list of what we're going to cover today. So, kind of like last show, we're showing what we're going to talk about, and then you guys get an idea early on, and yeah, you get the point. So, for my segment, at which I'm going to be going first, things that I'm going to be covering are, if you guys heard about the Isaiah Rashad gay sex tape leak that happened. And then,
Uh-oh.
that's a crazy story. That's a rapper from TDE's camp, so Kendrick Lamar. And mind you, guys, Kendrick Lamar is performing at
I was just
Super
about
Bowl.
to say that. Yep.
Exactly. So, a perfect ritual
And
for
it seems like
their
Kendrick
camp.
is probably the least famous out of the whole group because you got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem. So yeah, I think it's fair to say that
He's
Kendrick
he's
Lamar is probably I guess the newbie
Yeah,
to the industry.
exactly. Yeah, compared to
Yeah,
the rest there, he doesn't have the rank. I mean, I guess
absolutely.
kids growing up in like fucking 2005, they might be like,
Yeah,
"No, Kendrick's better."
Kendrick's the best man.
Yeah, but we know what it is if you're born otherwise, or at least before 2000. But
Exactly.
anyway, so then we got Biden administration handing out free crack pipes for Black History Month. Little mockery there. Then we got Snoop Dogg.
Oh man.
Snoop Dogg in the Super Bowl tomorrow, halftime performance, acquiring Death Row Records, and then we have the death of Jeremy Giambi, ex MLB player, another suicide. And then we have death of Hollywood manager Chris Huvane. And you guessed it, if you had, another suicide. And death of a UK rapper, I wasn't really too familiar with this rapper, but I touched on it real briefly because it's a perfect consistent pattern with this rapper gematria coding here. And then you got the death of Queen of Funk, Betty Davis, Bitcoin scheme by the numbers. And then you also have two brief videos that I'm going to show you guys. And then I'm going to let Neo explain what he's got going on for you guys.
Yes, sir. So I'm carrying a light today, or this week, guys. I literally only have two decodes. Sylvester Johnson, he was a I don't even have my decodes pulled up here, but Sylvester Johnson, his death at the age of 85, he was a soul legend. So we'll cover that, and then Gerald Williams, we have yet again another baseball player dead at the age of 55. We'll touch on that as well. And then really, as far as decodes, that's pretty much it. I might just dabble on with the 42 rituals that's been going on since, of course, yesterday was the 42nd day of the year. And we know how 42 is stamped across Black history. So we might just go over a few articles and just go back in time and just recap all the 42 rituals that have been performed with African Americans. So
I won't
that's
lie
it.
to you guys. That might be my most favorite part of the show because I'm curious to hear that. Because again, that 42 number, when I first figured out gematria and seeing how it was applied and how it was used to mock Black people,
Yep.
it hit different. It was like,
Exactly.
damn, like this is how they,
Exactly.
it really that was something that pulled me into this stuff even
But
further.
once you get the code, I mean, it's like it's undeniable to see it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It can't be missed.
And just think about how in just the month of February alone, we had so many Black people just drop dead in the news. But in the month of January, we hardly had any. Think about that. And black people are all in the news now. Joe Rogan is in the news because of supposedly saying the N word. And who else was it? Like
Well, Biden handing out the crack
yeah,
pipes, which I
exactly. The
think
crack pipes.
is here. That's a good way to start it off, actually. But you're right, because during this month, we have seen a rise in the theme of in the news of black entertainers or politicians.
Wasn't Whoopi
Uh,
Goldberg early in the news for the Holocaust comment that she made?
Correct, exactly. So, and I think that was like early on, like right
Yeah,
to
I think
start
that
the
was probably
month.
the very first day of February. Yeah.
I just saw rapper Blueface charged with the gun case in Hollywood again.
Kodak is getting
Um,
shot. I mean, again,
Kodak
all these people were blaming Nelly. Supposedly, he
leaked the
accidentally leaked the
sex
sex
tape.
tape. I mean, all kinds of shit. All
Yeah,
kinds
yeah.
of shit. Lamar. Remember Lamar Odom? They said he shit his pants and he wants to get back with Chloe. I mean,
He
all
shit
kinds
his
of.
pants.
No, I'm dead ass serious. That's what
I didn't hear
TMZ
about
reported
this one.
that he supposedly
Of
shit his pants.
course, TMZ
I
always
think it was on
just
a show. I don't think he literally shit his pants, but I think they yeah, it's just shaming ritual, man. That's what it is.
100%, man, 100%. And here, guys, actually, just a little reference. Last Black History Month, a trend that I caught onto was the fact that there was a significant amount of Black entertainers losing their family members, like from DeMar DeRozan losing his dad, Little Duval losing his dad, Jeezy, the Atlanta rapper, losing his mom. There was a rapper named something Beezy or something from like Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama. He lost his grandparents in a fire. Like, guys, Nicki Minaj, she lost her dad, I think, in a car
Mhm.
accident. Guys, all of this stuff was Black entertainers in the month of February, literally like 2-3 days apart, just over and
Mhm.
over and over. And like, I
Mhm.
haven't documented everything. So, like, it just goes to show that like the way they use this month, um, the shortest month out of the 12, they definitely take
The month
advantage of
that
it.
ends on the 59th day of the year.
And now that we say that, I just gotta show it now. I can't go without showing. So the shortest month, guys, look at this. Shortest, can't spell.
Don't tell me it
Shortest
equals 42.
equals
Oh,
59.
59.
And it ends on the
Wow.
59th day of the year. For those who
And the
don't
most
know,
pure cipher too.
and the most pure cipher. So Black History Month, the month given in appreciation to African Americans after abolitionist Frederick Douglass, ends on the 59th day of the year. And it's the shortest month out of the calendar.
That
And
is
shortest month equals 59.
crazy. You know,
So
if you really think
you
about
see
it,
it.
it really doesn't make any sense why they chose. I mean, once you know gematria, it makes sense. But like, for the normal person, shouldn't they be asking why is February the shortest month?
Exactly. Yeah,
Why not
exactly.
January or why not March, April? You know, why February to be specific?
Well, let's talk about February because I mean, you have this story of, the president of the United States talking about handing out, for poor low income African American communities, handing out drug kits. And the big craze that was going around was the crack pipes, free
Wasn't
crack
his son
pipes.
on crack,
I
or
did
was it
hear
heroin?
about I'd heard about his son involved with drugs. I can't get specific because I'm not exactly familiar, but I
I
did
see.
hear about that story.
Okay.
But this one's interesting because again, like what an initiative to roll out during this month out of all months. And
Hmm.
you can see that President Biden and Free Crack Pipes have that 3 out of 4 match in the base ciphers: 72, 234, 243, and 81. And then moving forward, the day that this initiative was rolled out, or at least brought up, was on the 9th of February, which has prime numerology of 53. Notice crack pipe equals 53 and reverse full reduction. And then again, you can see that this is like focused on low income black communities. That's what they reference. And you can see that they did it on a day with 2 and 9. So sorry, February 9th, the second month, the ninth day, like 29. And that equals 11 when you add it up. And notice how the word black equals 29, like the day, 2/9, or the numerology when you add it up, 11 in full reduction. And think about how, or Biden administration equals 92, the reflection of 29, just like the date can be written 2/99/2. So, I mean, it's a perfect coded ritual. And then you can see, speaking of ritual, from Biden's 79 to this announcement is a span of 81 days. And you can see that ritual, President Biden, and free crack pipes all equal 81. And then they purposely waited, like we said, till Black History Month to roll out this initiative. For the past week, conservative media has been yelling about the Biden administration supposedly spending 30 million on crack pipes for poor black neighborhoods. That's what they say. And you can see that the N-word and February both equal 42, but the N-word also equals 30. And they're claiming they're rolling out this initiative spending around 30 million during the month of February for black neighborhoods. We all know about the crack epidemic. And Black History Month and crack cocaine pipe, you can see the 3 for 3 match in the base cipher. So it's nothing more than mockery and
And
disrespect.
real quick, just to add on to this whole President Biden shit, you know how they say that Bill Clinton was the first black president.
Oh yeah.
Well, he was the 42nd president, so again, no wonder, right? But the whole joke behind that is because he got head in the he got a blowjob in the White House, right? And now in the month of February, here we are with Nelly, and you said this other guy, Rajul,
I,
or
Isaiah Rashad, which was
Isaiah Rashad, right?
yeah.
So again, it's all just shaming, right? Bill Clinton gets a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky. Boom, he's labeled the first black president, the 42nd president.
And
You
yeah,
know?
exactly. Like look how they associate that with,
Yeah,
black. Like doing
exactly,
something slimy and raunchy is associated with
exactly,
black. But if he were to
exactly.
do something, completely positive, fetus community grow, da 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 da, you can see where that would go. They wouldn't even talk
Yep.
about it. Speaking of another shaming ritual, we have the leak of the TDE artist Isaiah Rashad. And essentially, what happened was on Reddit, there was a video of him getting topped off, you could say, from a couple of dudes in like a hotel room or something. People like, I didn't look, guys, I didn't watch the video. I haven't seen it. Someone on YouTube like played like parts of it, and then like obviously they had to blur it out because of YouTube and shit. While it was like a news, like hip hop urban news page, whatever. So supposedly it's a real deal thing. But look at this. You can see how the date numerology. This was the same day that the Biden administration was rolling out the crack pipe initiative, and you can see it has 53 numerology, and Isaiah Rashad, the artist at hand, equals 53 in the most pure cipher. Gay rapper equals 53 in the same cipher. Notice that again, perfect numerology for a leak within the TDE camp. You can see the man himself standing with his company logo behind him, TDE, and there was a leak 2911. We know what's up with that in terms of the date numerology, as we just discussed. Notice that it also has numerology of 33 and 15, and the word gay and sex both equal 33 and 15. This happened to be 270 days from his 30th birthday. 270 days, like 27 with the rules of numerology. Sex tape, sinful, ritual, all of those words in the most pure cipher, equal 27. So this is a pure humiliation ritual during Black History Month. Also, this is an attack on masculinity. They want rappers who don't seem too suspect, if you guys know what I mean, to have stories of them coming out as, what we didn't think they were, suspect, to influence others. And just so you know, if you look at the earlier or the headline for this article, it says Isaiah Rashad receives huge support after allegedly outing via the sex tape. So a whole bunch of other rappers, not a whole bunch, but a few were coming out and supporting, the scenario and what happened and, his life choices, etc. And hey, like, do what you got to do. But I mean, you guys got to always realize there's a bigger agenda at purpose. It's not pointing this stuff out isn't one specific attack on like gay people or anything like that in necessarily. This is more about what this guy's influence has and a type of story like this around him and attached to his name. There's a lot of people that say things like, oh, this guy's music, took me through a tough time. So you can already imagine how influenced they are by him. And just leading people to, this type of lifestyle can be a little dangerous if, people promote it too much. I'm not saying he's promoted because obviously it got leaked, but I'm saying what they could run with this narrative here. So anyways, again, another thing too, sorry, not again, but another thing is that rappers get blackmailed into contracts through sex tapes. So that's something that other artists and producers have said, in interviews that, there's things that happen behind the scenes where artists, get drugged and then essentially they end up getting filmed on tape doing some sort of act, and then that act gets used against them for blackmailing purposes. One could say that this was, that at hand. And notice that humility, which is an act practiced by the Jesuits, equals 99. Sex tape equals 99. And again, we've discussed this before, but we'll repeat it just to be sure. Saint Ignatius, like many spiritual masters over the centuries, suggested that humility was a prerequisite for the spiritual life. In the spiritual exercises, he described 3 kinds of humility: to humble myself to total obedience to God, to be ready for honor or dishonor, poverty or wealth, or anything else for God, to desire poverty, dishonor, or even be a fool for God, since Christ was. So, I mean, the last one kind of hits it on the nail in terms of what this is, because this only puts him in a kind of a situation where he doesn't look too good. He had the way it looks too, if you watch or if you see parts of the clip, I mean, like I'm pretty sure he's the one like selfie filming it, so it looks like he's doing it. So I don't know. He apparently had battles with drugs, people say. So under the influence, I'm not sure exactly what to say, but I mean, the numbers tell us something that, the headlines don't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that story. Another shaming ritual after another during Black History Month. And next up that we're going to look into after this is the Snoop Dogg news that actually came on the same day. So that day actually did have a couple of stories. That was the Wednesday, February 9th. And Snoop Dogg acquires Death Row Records. And you can see from his 50th birthday to the announcement, October 20th to February 9th, is a span of 112 days. Snoop Dogg in the English ordinal basic cipher equals 112. He acquired Death Row. Death Row equals 40. And this was on the 40th day of the year that the news rolls out. Death Row Records equals 229. Record label equals 50. Suge Knight equals 50. Why that connects? 229 is the 50th prime number. How fitting that at the age of 50 years old, he acquires the record label that made him who he is today. And again, obviously, Suge Knight's the huge focal point behind that label outside of, all of them are huge focal points, but we know what it is with Suge Knight being the head front of the label. And then lastly, Suge Knight's currently 56 years old, and how fitting. We know what's up. Super Bowl 56 tomorrow. And again, perfect time for Snoop to have all this news. Snoop actually was also in the news for, what was it? A sexual assault case that just recently popped off from some girl said there was something that happened in like May of 2013, and then she tried to say, he did this, and Snoop saying like, obviously I didn't. So I don't know where that's going. I don't think it's going to go too far. I think just some more hype to get people talking before the big energy harvesting ritual.
And real quick, just to come back to the whole Snoop Dogg shit, did you
Please.
know he actually just released his latest album? So it was actually supposed to release tomorrow, but he released it a day early, or really 2 days early. He released it yesterday, right? And if you look at the gematria of that album, it connects with Cincinnati Bengals in a huge way. Not just the Bengals, but Burrows as well. So the name of the album is
Yeah, I was just about to look it up, and I didn't hear that he released an album.
Here,
That's
let me
interesting.
see. I had my notes on it. Let me try to pull it up.
Snoop
That's
Dogg.
cool. Because
Of course. Guys, did you know about that? And I hope everybody's doing good. Rick
it was
James.
originally supposed, like I said, it was originally supposed to release tomorrow. But I guess because he now owns Death Row, I guess he thinks he calls the shots, and he decided to release. Because think about it, who the hell releases an album on a Sunday?
This is
Hey,
very
yo,
true.
wouldn't it
Did
make more sense to release it on Friday? Kanye did. Kanye
I was just
released
about to
Donda
say
on
the
Sunday.
last big artist to do that was Mr. Ye.
Hmm.
Yeezy. Yeezus.
But here, let me see. The album is called Back on Death Row. But
Oh, how
he
fitting.
spells back with yeah, exactly, right? So and I mean think about it. He announced this album months ago. So I mean,
So yeah, they obviously had everything was coordinated, man. Because again, at the Death Row Records equals 229, and record label, and that's the 50th prime. And Snoop Dogg gets it at the age of 50. He gets a record label at the age of 50. Record label 50.
mhm.
The record label in particular is Death Row Records, 229, the 50th prime. Like it's perfect. It's clearly perfect. Passed off, after Suge Knight, essentially, obviously, because that record label kind of just, and these
He
artists
said,
obviously did
"Ew."
their own thing, and and
Exactly, man.
and realistically, like I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe Snoop might sign some young LA artists. Be careful, guys. You know what's gonna happen,
Yeah,
man.
you might want to
Listen to
watch
the
out.
label's name, man. Death Row. Want to join, man?
But
So
the name of the album Back on Death Row, it sums to 60 in gematria, just like Bengals. It also sums to 75, just like Cincinnati Bengals, and it also sums to and Joseph Lee Burrow also sums to 75 as well. And he also abbreviated the album. So if you look, this album is available on Apple Music, iTunes, or Spotify, whatever. But he abbreviated the album for BODR, and you'll notice that BODR sums to 39, just like Bengals, and 24, just like Bengals as well. So
well, I mean, this one's very interesting. We know the biggest. I think the two biggest things. I don't know. I'm just gonna say what I've seen. Again, guys, I'm not the sports decoder out here, but I'm saying the year of the tiger, the Bengals. That's obviously one of the biggest symbolism, in I guess you could say hint towards what could come for tomorrow's event. And then you also have the fact that it's on February 13, 2/13, like 213. And that's the area code for where they're playing, right?
oh, by
So
the way, the name of
there's
the album Back on Death Row also sums to 213.
wow. So I mean, perfectly coded for the LA rapper. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
just they don't miss, man. They don't miss at all.
Or I'm
My
sorry,
man,
it sums to 132. But again,
oh, that's
majority of
fine.
the
That's
world
an
writes the
anagram.
data as the 13/2. So yeah.
Exactly. It's perfect. And Catholic Church equals 132. We
Hmm.
know we're witnessing the Roman circus.
And you know what's funny, man? Okay, so check this out. Mary J. Blige, you know how she's also supposed to be at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What are the odds that she also released an album yesterday too? I mean, come on, man. They
She
Snoop
did.
Dogg,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige, they both happen to release an album on the same day, and then they're both. I mean, Snoop Dogg and Mary J. Blige, they
What's
don't have
her
a. Her album is called something with "Good
Good
Morning
Morning
Gorgeous."
Gorgeous?
Yeah, that. Yeah,
Wow. On
and
February 11th of
the
the
album is
42nd day.
38 minutes long. Yeah, the 42nd day, right? Of course, a black woman. But the album is 38 minutes long. Burrow sums to 38. And then with Snoop Dogg's album, it is, I believe, 50. Hold on, let me see. Snoop
Guys,
Dogg's
what are the
album is
odds of that?
53 minutes long. And I believe it's Burrow.
They don't often
Or
do
no, I
that
think it's
from
Joe
what I
Burrow.
remember. the artist performing at the Super Bowl. Oh my God, dude! I see. I guys, I haven't been looking at this so hard, but I bet other people have peeped this. But Mary J. Blige, her name has that 102 gematria, like it's the 102nd NFL season. So we know that's a big number in terms of Black History Month. Again, Black History Month's named after the abolitionist Frederick Douglass, and they spelt his name with two S's at the end, like the word glass, like Doug Glass, and that equals 102. And again, the N word 102, slavery 102. So
I would be really surprised if the Bengals don't pull it off tomorrow and just call it a day.
Well, again, like they have the every. I was watching. Shout out to Simple Truth TV. He was talking about the Rams. So there's narratives, and I remember. I think it was you telling me that Zach was saying something about this was one of the hardest Super Bowls that he found to kind of look into
Mm-hmm.
and decode.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man, it's again, guys, it's gonna be interesting, man. I think, just be safe with your money. Don't put up the
I
whole.
really do think that this Super Bowl they had multiple scripts planned out ahead of time. Which is again, it's even more mind blowing because it's like, how do these people even plan out one script, let alone multiple scripts? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
It's
I think
crazy.
like if things, let's say they choose an initial character and then that character like in reality dies or something, I think they find like doppelgangers or like I swear they have like a backup
I
route
wouldn't be
that like
surprised.
fit like they're trying to be the best of planners. And as
Because
you can
think about it,
see,
that's exactly what happened in Utopia. Remember with the twins?
yeah, yeah, exactly. They give one twin the poke, and
Yep,
then the other twin, that twin gets, some reaction or
exactly.
adverse reactions, and then boom, they replace her
By the
instead
way,
of the
did
guy
you
with
know
the health.
Death Row was founded on February 25th, the 56th day of the year?
Wow. Yes. Wow. Did it also have 56 date numerology or something, or maybe I'm tripping? There was
I
so
didn't look at
much.
the date numerology. I wouldn't be
But
surprised, but
again, Super Bowl 56, and then you're saying Death Row Records was found on the 56th day of the
February,
year?
yeah, the 56th day of the year, February
Perfect.
25.
Yeah.
And
February
and
25th.
again, man, I still do think because look, if you look here, it says the founding members of Death Row. First up, it was the DOC, Dr. Dre, and Suge Knight. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, the DOC, he better watch out. I still do think his time is near because I originally thought his death would be synced up with the Dallas Cowboys making it to the Super Bowl, but obviously that's not going to happen. So again, he is 53 years old, and his name does sum to 53 in gematria. So, and again, we just saw how Joe Burrow sums to 53, and Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg's album is 53 minutes long, and the
Facts.
DLC was one of the founding members of Death Row. So it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good.
Well, you know what? Since we're on that, kind of topic of not looking good for certain people, well, I'm kind of having a bad feeling about a certain artist, and I'm going to show you guys who I'm talking about right now. That artist that I'm feeling something interesting about is this guy here. And I mean, I think
Oh
it's kind of
wow!
easy to get
I
why,
see it.
right? We're
Yep.
in the year of the tiger, and then we have this rapper named Tyga. But they would kind of be weak if that's all I was running off. But I mean, again, I'm not planning for something to happen, but I've just said I'm looking or I'm watching out because he's currently 32 years old, and yeah, 32 years old as you can see here, at least according to Google and other sources.
It might
Notice that
change it.
Tiger equals, yeah, exactly, right? You never know. And Tiger equals 32 in the most pure cipher. So how interesting would it be if, we see the fall of the rapper Tyga during the year of the Tyga at the age of 32, you know, being in line that Tyga equals 30 or Tiger equals 32.
But by
So
the way, speaking of Tyga and his ex, Itachi says Wolf Webster is Kylie's new baby. Did you hear about that? Kylie named her child Wolf.
what? No,
Yep,
I didn't hear
that
about this.
ass.
Maybe what was man? See, people always ask like, why do celebrities name their kids the weirdest names?
Hmm.
And now, once you know gematria, you understand why. But before
Exactly.
that, you will always say, I don't know why. You'll always question it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. No, I didn't hear about that wolf. And isn't I'm pretty sure the mascot for most Loyola like schools
Hmm.
is the wolf. And
Mm,
again, it's just like, the wolf's the predator, the hunter. You know what I mean? It's just kind of
right,
interesting. And again, like Loyola was a St. Ignatius Loyola was like a soldier before he got injured. And
right.
that's when he got into, uh, his sort of mysticism and dib and dabbling into what people say was Kabbalah and etc. from there. But yeah, no, that's crazy, man. No, I didn't hear about that. Did not hear about that. But we do have some other stuff that we're gonna go through right quick. So we covered the Snoop Dogg story, Isaiah Rashad leak, and Biden mockery with the free crack pipes. Now, here's a trend that we saw happening in the month of January, or Janus. And if for those who haven't seen the video that I put out, or just saw the last stream, we know that Janus represents the month of January. That's the Latin meaning for January, and that is essentially translates to like new beginnings, two faces, two sides, and or gates. Anyways, um, what's interesting is Janus, when you spell it out, equals 70 and 34, just like suicide. So we saw a lot of suicides in the month of January, and it's kind of carrying over into the month of February as we have the ex MLB player Jeremy Giambi, who's dead at the age of 47 years old. Officials suspect suicide. What do you know? 47 years old, suicide 47. We've seen this before. And this one's pretty
So the
interesting.
whole suicide trend continues, huh?
It seems like it, right? We have the fact that his name, Jeremy Giambi, equals 117.63. He played in the MLB, Major League Baseball, 63, 117. He died on the 40th day of the year. His last name, Giambi, equals 40. So perfect. Jeremy was on his 17,300 day of his age. My apologies. When he committed suicide, kind of like the number 173, which is the 40th prime. Because guys, remember zeros are null in numerology. So 173 is the 40th prime, and we remember that his name Giambi, his last name equals 40. Dead on the 40th day of the year, committed suicide. What's interesting is Giambi was actually portrayed in the film Moneyball, and Brad Pitt was the star of that film, Moneyball. And from Brad Pitt's 58th to Jeremy's suicide, that's December 18th, 21 to February 9th, 2022, is a span of 54 days. The big baseball number. Brad Pitt equals 54. MLB, baseball, Jesuit order, all equal 54. From Moneyball's release, that film that Giambi was portrayed in, to his death, September 23rd, 2011, so pretty long ago, all the way to February 9th, 2022, the day he supposedly committed suicide, is a span of 10 years and 140 days. And with the rules of numerology, it's kind of like the number 114. And Major League Baseball equals 1,140 in the Jewish cipher. So what's also interesting too is if you read the article, it says we're told an emergency call was received at 11:40 a.m. Wednesday. 11:40. Look at Major League Baseball. 11:40, 11:40. Major League ex MLB player, emergency called. He committed suicide. 10 years and 140 days from the film, the big baseball film starring Brad Pitt. And then speaking of that film, Moneyball equals 99, and it was released on September 23rd, the day leaving 99 days in the year. So it's like perfectly coded. The film and then the death synced up with it 10 years later. It also had prime numerology and a life lesson number, date numerology for that matter, of 6336. Notice that Major League Baseball 63, Moneyball 36, the reflection. So perfectly coded ritual. I mean, honestly, guys, the focal point I would say is this right here. The 47 years old and suicide. Again, the pattern is stacking and stacking. And I'm actually not even kidding. It's stacking so high that we have another one right away that I'm going to show you guys, which is the death of Hollywood manager Chris Huvane, dead at the age of 47. And as you read in the article, Sunday night in an apparent suicide after battling depression. How interesting. 47-year-old battling depression commits suicide. Suicide 47. We just saw it with Jeremy. Notice that Hollywood, Chris, and Sunday, and all of those are relevant as he was a Hollywood manager. His name was Chris, and he died on a Sunday, all equal 33. Chris committed suicide after battling depression. Battled depression equals 188, like Hollywood manager, the title that was given to him in the articles and what his position was. Also notice that Chris Huvane died on February 6th, written 2/6, and his last name, Huvane, equals 26 in full reduction, and sacrifice equals 206 in the Jewish cipher. The date numerology of his death also had a value of 30. Notice that his name, Chris, in full reduction equals 30. And you can see here, too, that the date numerology had 14 date numerology the day he died. And we know what's up with the number 14. We see it all the time with death headlines. The word dead equals 14 in 2 out of the 4 base ciphers. Chris Huvane, his full name, equals 56. He battled depression. Depression equals 56. And he worked in Hollywood, run by none other than the Society of Jesus, which equals 56. What's interesting, too, is he worked for Management 360, which equals 48. And again, he was a Hollywood manager. Hollywood equals 48. Illuminati equals 48. Illuminati founded by Adam Weishaupt, the Jesuit-educated man himself. Hollywood manager 73, ritual sacrifice 73. We know what's up with that number. We see it all the freaking time. From Chris's death to what would have been his 48th birthday. So again, just going back to that number 48. So he died just before his 48th birthday. Guess he was in his 48th year of life. And he worked within Hollywood for Management 360, which both equal 48, the most pure cipher. But from his death to what would have been his 48th is a span of 144 days. Jesuit order, 144. And the word time equals 144. Perfect time execution ritual every time. And again, we do not know if this individual is actually dead or not. However, the point being is that they pull these energy harvesting rituals. And Neo, you remember that movie that you showed? I think it was called Blood Sacrifice with Omar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I actually went back and just watched that same clip that me and you showed in a couple shows ago.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who don't know, it's like a low budget film.
And by the way, for those who have not seen this movie and you would want to watch it, it's the full movie is available on my Odyssey channel. YouTube took it down for copyright, but it's saved on Odyssey, so you can watch the full movie in HD on Odyssey for free. So yeah, it's definitely worth the movie. It's very cheesy and it's a very low budget, but of course it has to be for a movie with the name like Blood Sacrifice, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Because guys, in that film, I'm not gonna spoil it, but one line that he says that resonates, and I feel like I've heard it before, was that if a dead rapper dies, that's a big scenario.
Yep.
But if a dead manager dies, no one gives a fuck. So
exactly.
I don't know. Maybe they're kind of telling you this dude actually died. Maybe he was battling.
You remember that scene where he's like, he even mentioned the Catholic Church where they were in the room with the red and black everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. They have the blood sacrifice colors, the Jesuit
it's just
colors.
So obvious, man. It's so obvious.
So yeah, guys, blood sacrifice on Neo's Odyssey account.
I will try to link.
And the link's in the description as well for those who want to get at it. Neo's Odyssey account is in the
just to make it easier for people. I'm gonna link the web address to the web live chat.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
Yeah, because some people are not.
No, I won't lie, guys. I feel like some people are just either two things: either incapable of basic things, Or they're doing it on purpose though to get attention.
It
I
could be.
can't tell.
I think it's a
It's
little bit of both.
because people will be like, "Where's the
Just
link?"
lazy.
And it's like, "What do you mean? It's tap there. It's
I,
in the bio.
I think
It's like
people
it's
just want to
everywhere."
tap. Just people just want to click on shit. They don't want to type
It's like,
out a
come
few
on,
words.
guys. Like, we
It's
should
cool.
know how to operate. We're all like most of us are in that tech age.
In
We
the
we grew up
21st
with
century,
this.
man.
We should know what's up by now. To find a link in someone's bio or click the link in their story or whatever it may be. You know. But anyways, um, another story that we're going to talk about because again we saw the two suicides. Just a quick recap: we talked about the free crack pipes during Black History Month. Snoop Dogg acquiring death row. Isaiah Rashad with the gay sex tape leak, and then we're going to move on to the UK rapper. So again, some people, I wasn't even too familiar with this individual myself, but I was on Hip Hop DX and I saw this story. And what hit me right away about this story was that it so happened to be that the rapper Dismore Dimma, if I'm pronouncing that right, was killed days after performing his first show. So he's a young guy and he got stabbed. And again, that's a big thing in the UK. They don't really have guns, access to guns like that or weapons, and a lot of shanking goes on there. But this man supposedly lost his life on the 38th day of the year, February 7th. Why is that interesting? Because the pattern stacks every time. Death, rapper, killing, gematria, all 38. We literally see it like all the time. It's mind blowing how consistent it really is that rappers die on days with 38 numerology. If you're not aware, get aware because it's too consistent. But what's also interesting about this is that stabbing alongside the words killing, gematria, and rapper in the English ordinal cipher, where A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, all the way to Z being the 26th letter, they all equal 74 in that cipher. Now, what was also interesting is that let's just read it. In the article, it says another emerging rapper was killed across the pond in London earlier this week. 18-year-old rhymer Dismore Dimma was fatally stabbed on the 7th floor of an Enfield apartment building following an on-foot chase with a machete on Monday, February 7th. So stabbed on the 7th floor, killed on the 7th day, which was so happened to be the 38th day of the year. I didn't actually, something that's interesting. I just kind of want to see the gematria of the word machete. Machete equals 28, like kill, which is interesting. But so again, perfect. 7th floor, 7th day, 38th day of the year. Consistent as could be. RIP to this young man. As you can see, this type of rap music that's happening, like there's a big hype for drill music in the UK, and drill itself is a very, very aggressive type of rap music. I'm sure you guys know what's up with it, and I mean it's just like we got to stray away from these, man. We got to stray away from making this so popular. Like
I
shit,
guess
like
it's like the new generation's version of like hard rock or something.
it's just like at least hard rock, like. I mean, look, you can't even compare them, but like, I mean, look, all I can say is like,
Or like heavy metal. You know what I mean?
it's just like killing your own kind and putting out like again we had the story of a rapper named Nas Blicky from New York. When he was shot in the head, the guy who was dissing him, and I don't know if he did it, but the guy who was dissing him said, "I hope you die," on social media. These kids are literally like under 20. Bro, that's fucked up. Like niggas is just literally like it's been happening, but it's just like, man, like it's just getting to a point, man, where like it's been at a point, but it's just like we just got to do better, man. We can't let these labels keep paying
Wait a
millions of
minute.
dollars.
Where's Black Lives Matter at? Why are they quiet when it comes to this?
Well, see, here's the thing, though. Black Lives Matter. We know that agenda is just
No,
pure
I know. It's.
CIA
I mean,
fuckery.
it's a rhetorical question. I'm just asking for those who think Black Lives Matter is legit. How come
Is
Black Lives
legit,
Matter
yeah.
is so silent when it's black on black crime?
Yeah, exactly, man. Like, because realistically, if you want to fix any problem, you got to start from the root within. And, I mean, that's a big core problem, obviously, but that's a whole other topic. Um, but yeah, so it's just it's too consistent, man. 38 rapper, death, killing, gematria never fails. Moving on though, We ended on the fact that that rapper died on the 7th day of February and he was stabbed on the 7th floor. So kind of like the number 77. And what's interesting is the number 77 pops up with the Queen of Funk singer Betty Davis dead at the age of 77. And I don't really have too much on her, but notice that she died on a Wednesday.
Man, dude, you know what's crazy? I just realized with hers, I did see the story, and her nickname is like Queen of Funk. And just think about how the Queen is like all in the headlines. We got Mary J. Blige performing tomorrow at the Super Bowl, and she's considered the Queen of R&B. We got the Queen of Funk dead, you know, and
Yeah, yeah,
Cincinnati
yeah.
is considered the Queen City. I'm telling you, man, the Queen in England better watch out.
Huh. Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, no, I actually didn't even make that connection off top with the Queen of England. So, yeah, something to think about, guys. Something to think about. What is up? And Mary J. Blige, right? The Queen of R&B, Queen of Funk, Queen of England. Um, Look at this. The shaming, shaming, shaming. And speaking of incorrect ages that these outlets are reporting, it's always interesting how they do it.
Yep. This is the
Google.
exact reason why I didn't decode this. Now I remember because I seen her birthday and I'm like, dude, there's like freaking 5 different birthdays for her with all different years. So I'm like, okay, there's no way you could do a proper decode on this because it's like which one is accurate, you know?
hmm And I mean, here's the thing, though. The one thing that led me to believe that this July 26th date might be the case is because that would make her 76 years old instead of 77. And she is dying during Black History Month, and the word Negro and slave both equal 76. So, I mean, something to that, I would say. There might be something to that. But again, Neo's right. Like when they do these type of stories and we don't have consistency amongst dates, definitely muddies the waters. um but you can see that the date numerology 53, because again she died on February 9th. So a lot of stuff, actually, a lot of the decodes that I have are from the Wednesday, now that I'm really noticing it. But had 53 date numerology, 53 the 16th prime. She's the queen of funk. Funk equals 16. Think about how she died on February 9th. So again, we've discussed this quite a bit. 2 plus 9 equals 11. Simple mass. 2/9, like 29. Black equals 29 and 11. We have a queen of funk, a legendary black act, dying during Black History Month. Something we've seen before. Betty died a span of 167 days from what would have really been her 77th if July 26, 1945 is her real birthday. And 167 is the 39th prime number, and 39 is the reflection of 93. She died during Black History Month, which equals 93. And that's pretty much all I have for the death of Betty Davis, the Queen of Funk. But yeah, Neo left you something to think about, the Queen symbolism. Queen Elizabeth, Queen of R&B, Mary J. Blige, and then the
Yep,
death of
Cincinnati, the Queen City is in the Super Bowl.
that's the yeah,
Yeah.
that's the cherry
And
on top.
supposedly didn't the Queen's son he tested positive for COVID?
I believe so. I think I
Who
heard
was
about
it?
this. Someone tested positive. That was, I think, Prince. Shit, I can't remember. I didn't cover that one, but I did
So
hear
many
about something
princes.
like
I'm
that.
forgetting his name, but yeah, one of the princes he supposedly tested positive for COVID.
Hmm. Well, there it is, guys. You heard it. Another
Prince
senile
Charles, that
jinx.
guy, Prince Charles, he's isolating after testing positive for COVID-19, and they're saying that he was in close contact with the Queen, so she's gonna get tested and all this crap. But yeah, man, I don't know. I don't think it's looking too good for the Queen. Because think
Well,
about it, her husband, uh, Prince Philip, died on April 9th, which is the 99th day of the year, and he died at the age of 99. And who's in the Super Bowl? Joe Burrow, who wears number 9, and he's going to be facing Stafford, who wears the number 9, so 9-9.
and 9 represents completion. Is her
Yep.
reign complete, and they are ready to pass it off to that lady named Camellia, who's currently
And
74.
it sounds a lot like Kamala.
Come, hmm
I mean,
so
come on.
kind of
Yeah.
like how we think there could be
There's
a shift in
a
power.
much bigger ritual going on with the Super Bowl than a lot of people realize. It has a lot. I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with the Queen. A lot. So
And I think,
we'll
yeah,
see.
too.
We'll see what happens.
Neo, did you know about
Oh,
this?
yes. Thank you, Brandon. Perfect. Yeah. The current
B
mayor
dog.
of Cincinnati, he's
Oh,
born
keep
on
that up.
September 9th. $4.99 for another 99. And mind you, Jerry Springer, who would have ever thought he was a politician? But Jerry Springer, he was the 56th mayor of Cincinnati. And can you guess his birthday? His birthday is tomorrow, the day of the Super Bowl. What are the odds of that? And he went to school in New Orleans, Louisiana, the same place Joe Burrow went to school at. Now, granted, they did go to two different schools, but again, it's the same city. So, I mean, what are the odds of all these things lining up? It's damn near impossible.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely some narrative to be put towards the whole Cincinnati team pulling it. And I mean, again, we know that like that big kind of smack in the face is I guess you could say the year of the Tiger, right? Um,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
the
exactly. So
striped team.
you're the Tiger. Yeah, exactly, man. You can't
So I
forget that.
mean, and if so, here's it, it's just crazy, man. Because you try to explain that to someone who's super into Super Bowl, be like, isn't it crazy how like because I don't know football too well, but tell me, is there any other team that has tiger symbolism, or is it just the Bengals? I
Uh,
don't know.
that
Someone
I'm
let me know.
aware of, it's only the Bengals. I mean,
Yeah, someone let me know
you
though,
do
because
have the Panthers, but they're a whole different breed
interesting. Yeah,
of an
okay. So
animal. So
that's another feline
yeah,
cat,
that
I
I'm
guess.
aware of, it's only the Bengals.
But I would say the Bengals is definitely the closest in terms of color, in terms of like a traditional
Yeah,
tiger.
absolutely. No, yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're even nicknamed like the Tigers. Yeah, they're definitely the only team associated with tigers.
Right?
The
So,
Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, even their
so
mascot is a tiger. So yeah,
it's just like for someone to just kind of be like, it's just, yeah, I mean, that's crazy, but that's just one big coincidence. I
but
mean,
it's
like,
not
no,
just
especially if
that,
they
man.
win too. If they win too, that
Exactly.
just elevates. It's like, really, that's a coincidence too. Like, them being there is a coincidence to you, but then now them
And
winning,
think about
if
this.
that's the case,
This is Joe Burrow's second season, and what happened in Tom Brady's second season? He beats the Rams in the Super Bowl, and now Joe Burrow in his second season he could beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, and what's his name? Tom Brady just retired. And now Joe Burrow is going to take the spotlight. I mean, come on, it's so fucking obvious, man. And not only that, you got to ask yourself, what are the odds that a team is playing in their own stadium in the Super Bowl, something that has never happened before? All of a sudden, during the era of COVID, it happens twice in a year, or it happens back to back. Come on, man, back to back. A team is in the Super Bowl inside their own stadium. Get out of here, dude. There's no way. Like again, even if you don't know gematria, how do you just look at the NFL and be like, "Oh yeah, this is legit"? Are you fucking? Come on, man. There's no way.
I think people need to just wake up, man, and smell the coffee. Stop being entertained, because I mean, I know it's easier to be entertained than to educate yourself. But I mean, honestly, like, is it really worth it to just let them harness your energy, suck you dry, and get nothing in return? Some could say, "Oh, I had a good time," and I mean, I'm not here to. I'm sure you could, but some people look. Some people go to Super Bowl parties and just to hang out with their friends and kind of
But
vibe out.
they're participating in human sacrifices, man. You know how many people have died for the Super Bowl? You guys are supporting a league that is killing people, or even if they're even really dead, who knows? But again, they're at least performing some form of ritual sacrifice, human sacrifice, and people are supporting them. Do you know how much Super Bowl tickets cost? Thousands of fucking dollars. I'm like, why would you spend that much money to go? You could watch the fucking game on TV. Goddamn. I mean, listen, people are just like, dude, people's mentality and their priorities are
Everybody's
just
chasing an
fucked up, dude.
experience. You know what I mean? Like people are chasing an experience a lot of the times, I find.
Yeah, but what
And
experience? All they're gonna do is go over there and take out their phone and record everything. Just be a
exactly,
fucking cameraman. So it's like,
exactly,
what's the
man.
point of you even being there, spending thousands of dollars just to go over there and record everything? The TV could have recorded it for you for free.
Talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
I'm just saying, man. It's just people are just fucking retarded. Society of the fucking morons, and it's sad. It's sad.
It is sad, man. We're gonna see a lot of here. You know what's funny, man? I bet if you were to walk around your neighborhood, Sunday, anybody, goddamn anybody, tomorrow, walk around your neighborhood, and you're gonna see a lot of TVs on, and you're gonna see a lot of Cheeto dust and chicken wing fingers,
Imagine how
and
much
you're gonna see
money,
people watching the Super Bowl, baby.
bro. Imagine how much money Domino's and Pizza Hut are gonna make.
That's what I'm saying, man. The fast food
Imagine,
companies are just rubbing
man.
their hands like Birdman right now.
Every time the Super Bowl comes around, man, they are hitting their bank, man. I mean, these people are making millions of profits on this day.
Call me
You know?
Birdman. That's literally them during this time right now. The
Yep.
CEOs are just laughing, bro.
I mean, people are just putting. I know exactly. They're just sitting back laughing. And
Bro,
then
they're
what?
straight laughing. They're like, bro, watch these people stuff their face
Yeah.
with food that's literally gonna kill them,
Yep.
and
Hey,
they're
but who
doing it
cares? They're gonna
willingly.
come back to us. They're gonna come back to us, and we're gonna give them the medication that they need from the pharmaceutical. So perfect. See, it's just one big scheme that's going on. They get
Uh,
you sick. You go to them, and they give you the cure that they got you sick from.
oh man, it's just yeah, man, Chicozy, you're definitely you know what it is, man. It's just gonna be fucking like the electricity and the ecological footprint that is going to be used up by a lot of people in a lot of homes is going to be real high, just like it is yearly with this energy harvesting ritual. I mean, I wish people could just see it for what it is, but again, it's easier to be entertained
Yep.
than to choose to see it for what it really is.
Yep.
It sucks, man. It really does suck. But hey, I always say at least we're on this side of it, and we could do our best to free ourselves from being subject to it, but also maybe even take some financial gain if you can.
Absolutely.
But I think this is like my last, well, I shouldn't say my last number decode, but check this out. It's super duper quick. I just want to show the consistency with mainstream media and how it's got to be some sort of computer doing these headlines, because you have the story about this couple busted for an NYC for an alleged 4.5 billion crypto laundering scheme. And I mean, a lot of people already have, their speculations about crypto and what it's being used for. I just saw an article actually on the Jesuit Review, and unfortunately, like I swear they're making you pay for their shit now, because before you can get on there without paying and get a few articles before they cut you off. But anyways, they had an article that talked about how cryptocurrency could be used for really bad things. And again, this is from the Jesuit Review. It's a really big publication. You guys can just go Google it, Jesuit Review. You'll see it. But anyways, 4.5 billion, like the number 45, Bitcoin 45. But also notice that CNN reported on the same story, but they gave you a different number. But look how it still matches perfectly. If you have all the cipher values, you can see that Bitcoin equals 36 in full reduction, but 45 in reverse full reduction. Notice how CNN went with the number 3.6 billion in stolen cryptocurrency. Bitcoin 36. So it's just like consistency in coding. The 4 base ciphers, if you know them forwards and backwards, you'll see why the media might choose different numbers, and how it's still consistent with the theme. And someone earlier on asked the question, why do they keep changing dates? Like, what's up with that? And honestly, I wish I had an exact answer. Neo, do you have anything in mind?
Why do they keep changing dates?
Yeah, like why are we seeing this? Like it's probably happened before our time of decoding, but I mean, like recently we saw Travis Scott, we saw Chadwick Boseman, and we saw even just now Betty Davis. We don't have consistency. There's more, but
Well,
yeah,
what I would say is, okay, like for example, right, with the whole Betty Davis story, because they actually changed her. They had several different dates out for her even before we even did a decode, right? So in cases like that, what I think is, uh, they have different dates out to fulfill the rituals. Because I guess maybe one date is not going to work, so they have to place two different dates out there to just, I guess, fulfill whatever ritual that they have planned. That's my first guess. Now, as far as changing dates after somebody does a decode on it, like what they did with Regina King, I'm pretty sure that's because they don't want people to catching on to what's going on. Because if you go to Google right now, you can look and you look up Regina King, Google says she's from Los Angeles, which was a complete load of shit. She was not from Los Angeles about a month ago. So yeah, I think it's all just exactly what George Orwell said. If you
that
look at that quote from George Orwell, hey, let's pull it up real quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely pull that up, but that's a good point. I'm glad you brought that up. That's another thing. Outside of just changing dates, they're changing birthplaces. So these
Yeah,
are key details in terms of someone's life. And like, with gematria, guys, picture it like an algebra equation. If you have the equation, there's steps to the equation. You can't just answer the question. When the teacher would give you the question, they say, okay, show your work. But then that one kid would just be like, oh, the answer is 26. The teacher's like, oh, sorry, you didn't get the right marks.
yep,
Why is that? You didn't show your work. And then you have the other kid who then will go towards building out the formula, but he misses one thing in the formula. You know, one thing in the formula is wrong, and then
Right.
he messes up the final result. The
Right.
teacher, he's like, "Oh, you know, you got this two right, but then you mess this up in the middle. You got the
Right.
wrong result." What I'm trying to get at is if we have this formula and this pattern stacking with whatever her birthday at a certain date aligned with all these other events, and then they just say, "Oh, sorry, her birthday is this month." It's like, wait a
Exactly.
second.
That's what I
So
was trying to tell people, man. Because look what that now does to newer people that come to this work and they see this. And like for example, let's say that they're watching a Regina King video, and then whoever's decoding the story says that she's from Cincinnati, and then the person's going to do their own research and see that she's from Los Angeles. And knowing people's low IQ points, what they're going to do is automatically dismiss the entire video. See what I mean? So it just kind of discredits this work, which is bullshit.
well, I mean, to an extent. I mean, luckily enough, we try our best here to do our documentation. People can debate on, did we fake a
Yeah,
screenshot or
but
not?
who? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, though. If you gotta think with where the masses are, right? You gotta go to you gotta go to their low IQ because what they're gonna say is, well, how do I know your photo? How do I know that picture's not photoshopped, or how do I know the video's not edited? Trust me, man. These people are gonna trust whatever
No,
the
no,
first thing
I
they
feel you.
see on Google before you. I promise you. And I'm
No,
not talking
yeah,
about just you in general. I'm talking about anybody that's like speaking truth. They're
yeah.
gonna just call you a conspiracy theorist, especially if what Google says otherwise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 100%. Like the majority of people's consensus will be like, dude, I don't know. Sorry, I see what you're showing me, but I don't know. I don't really trust it. Where do you find that? No,
Or
you're
they're
right.
probably going to say, "Oh, it was probably just a mistake." So maybe they just made a mistake.
Yeah, they'll do anything to justify it. It's
Yeah, exactly.
unfortunate. Yeah, man. You know what's crazy, guys, is before Chadwick Boseman died, I don't know
Can't forget
why,
about him too.
for what reason I was looking him up. I think the day before he died. I literally don't know why, but next thing you know, he dies, and I remember seeing his birthday, born in '77, and then they changed it to '76, and I was like, wait a second, that makes him 43,
Because
but
see,
he's
that's what
really
I'm saying. In
42.
cases like that, I'm pretty sure they're changing it because they don't want people to catch on. Because that would have been what? Well, honestly, dude. Like here, let me ask you a question. If they would have kept Chadwick Boseman's age at 42, do you really think that would have woke people up? Like I'm talking about, it
No,
made a
no. After
tremendous
all the other
impact.
examples we've
I
shown, no,
doubt it.
clearly
I
it
doubt
doesn't.
it.
So
No.
it's for another purpose, is what I think. Then, if that's the case, because like realistically, you're right. It's just like even if we did have it at 42 and he was in the movie 42, etc., like it wouldn't.
And he dies on Jackie Robinson Day. I
Yeah,
mean, the guy who
which was
wears number
moved.
42. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah. But anyways, the reason why I brought him up is because since I had him on my tab the day before and then I found out he died, when I came home from work, I went to my computer and I opened it up and Google hadn't refreshed yet. So the first thing I did was I pulled out my phone and I video recorded the Google page with his birthday at 1977. Then I refreshed the page and then boom, it says 1976. I also took a picture too. So I was like, damn. I mean, I know it's only one example,
And
but I
here you
mean,
go. I So check this out.
it's video
Famous
proof.
birthday. They made this tweet on November 29th, 2019, right? So and Chadwick Boseman died August of 2020. So if you read here, they said Chadwick. They tagged him and they said Chadwick Boseman celebrates his 42nd birthday today. Happy birthday! So okay, if this is the case, if he's celebrating his 42nd birthday on November 29th, 2019, and he died on August of 2020, how in the world is he 43 years old? His 43rd birthday did not come around yet. So how is that possible?
Well, I mean, exactly, unless they're doing some trickery. And
And I'm
hey,
still surprised that they even have this tweet up
there,
because
yeah, that
this
is
tweet is
interesting.
months before he
That's a
died.
good catch, by the way. That's a good catch.
Yep.
That's a great catch. Yeah. Well, again, guys, why are again people with Travis Scott around the incident with the festival, and they ended up changing his age from 29 to 30, which is so random. But people sent me tons of like things from the past that showed his birthday, like in articles. They said, "Oh, happy 29th," and it's like, man, they set a long paper trail for themselves. So sometimes things might get lost in the wind, even for this evil entity. But another headline that I saw that was pretty interesting on February 6th, I'm going to show you guys right now, was regarding Joe Biden and his administration. And during the time that he's been elected, the New York Post had mentioned that Biden's first year in office saw 73 police officers killed, most since 1995. And I mean, the number 73 just, hit my attention, just caught my radar, just because we know with the 73 sacrifice and ritual sacrifice both equal 73. And what's interesting is Joe Biden is the 46th president, right? Catholic 46, sacrifice 46. Now we've seen since 1995 the Jesuits formed on September 27th, the day leaving 95 days in the year, against Martin Luther, the esteemed Protestant, who was wrote the 95 Theses against the Catholic Church. So again, like, I just find it interesting that Biden's the one, Mr. 46, to have the sacrifice number with the most police officers killed. That was interesting. Something else that I wanted to show as well is the fact that, let's see here. Where was it? You guys remember, actually? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to show it. It's right here. So last show we had this story, or this news, of Pfizer and BioNTech seeking emergency use authorization from FDA for COVID-19 vaccine for children younger than 5. So, regardless of the numbers, the headlines, what we're focusing on, that they were trying to get the jab inside of children younger than 5 years old. Then we have this story that comes out. I'm going to pull it up right now. Where is it? I just had it. Bear with me. Where was it? Suck a dun diddly do. Here it is. Boom. Look at this, guys. Like, look. So again, just February 1st. So about, 2 weeks ago, almost less than 2 weeks ago, they're talking about, let's get this emergency use going. Can't say the word use for, I keep my mouth keeps on going to the word youth. I do not know why. But yeah, they're trying to push it on them February 1st. And now look what happens and is reported in the media not too long after. I'll show you guys this. You have the Pfizer's COVID vaccine for kids delayed after FDA postpones meeting. And basically, it goes on to say that there's just not enough evidence to support that the 3 model structure for doses is effective, despite the size of the dose that they're giving to the children. They're not sure if that's going to be, I guess you could say, the best appropriate option. I'm trying to be careful with my words so YouTube doesn't get too salty at us. But I mean, hey, again, you can see it yourself. Less than 2 weeks after announcing they want to make emergency use, they want to retract that as an FDA meeting gets postponed, which is holding back that decision. Which, I mean, I guess you could say is good news, but I mean, we know what's up with these people. Whatever they're doing is not too far down the pipeline. And you know what, Neo, actually, I just want to, get your take on, right now we're at a stage with the pandemic, or the pandy. I'm going to call it the pandy. We're at the stage with the plandemic. I don't think they like that word, but I'm just, whatever, man.
We're just kidding, YouTube.
Yeah. But we're getting to a point where people are kind of thinking they might lift like where I am in Ontario, they're saying oh, we might lift restrictions, and people are kind of getting a little happy, it might get a little better. It's 2022. What's your take on that? Do you think, because a lot of people think
this shit's
will
over
go back,
with already?
We will see
well,
that's
really what the media has been trying to push within these past weeks. here in the States, they're making it sound like the pandemic is over. Fauci's getting on there saying, this shit should be over anytime soon, within like a few weeks. And I have noticed a lot of states are starting to lift um, the mandates. Even California's starting to lift mandates now too. So I've heard New York is starting to lift the mandates. So I mean, I guess this sounds good on the surface, but my question is, I highly doubt this is over.
Well, I
I highly
mean,
doubt this is over. And like I said, my question is, what do they have in store? Because it's almost like the quiet before the storm. You know what I mean?
yes, yeah. Well, there you go. Exactly. Like, no, well said. Because what I'm trying to like tell people, and I hate to sound like a pessimistic because people are so like, dude, I'm just tired of this energy. I just want to go back to normal. And I'm like, okay, I get that. You don't think people like us don't want to go back to normal? People that do research are fucking tired of this shit. Probably more than you
Right,
guys are, maybe. Who
right,
knows? I don't know. We're all tired of this. Forget who's more tired or not.
right.
But I mean, like you have to realize they've laid the groundwork for
Exactly,
what's to come.
exactly.
Like they've set our minds, they've set signs, they've set structures, they've changed NBA or sports seasons, they've changed the
Hmm.
way concerts are, they've
Yep,
changed the way you interact, they changed the way you go to
yep.
school, they changed the way you go to work. Nigga, they changed everything. So you think
And NFL teams are playing in their own
17
stadium during the
seasons and
Super Bowl. I
owns
mean, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, even that, the 17 seasons too.
come on,
Yeah.
man. So like there's so much change for one to think for a slightest bit that we'll go back. Like, I mean, look, you have Arturo Sosa. We've shown the clip several times, said it himself. No, 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 no. With his Latin accent, we're not going back to normal.
Oh
We're
man.
not going back to normal. What you see is what you get now. And they laid the groundwork, man. And I hate to sound like a pessimistic,
I
but
think what it is, man, I think they're just using this as like bait to calm people down. Because I
yeah,
noticed
hundred
that they
percent.
like to do that a lot.
100. But they know. Here, I was watching my guys, Walter Veith and Martin Smith over at What's Up, Prof. Good podcast. But they were just saying, like, look, they know how people are. These people are masters of psychology. They know that people are at a stage with the convoy, the tenseness and
Yeah,
protests,
exactly. So
politicians,
what they'll do
not
is
budging.
they'll bring it down a little bit, but then months later they'll just
Exactly.
bring it right back up once people are already distracted and forgot about it. Super Bowl is right around the corner. People are not even worried about no fucking mandates and shit. I mean, this is it's sick, man.
Guys, picture it like you're in a really hot room and they're like, "Oh, it's getting really hot in there, huh? You're suffering." And then they're just like, "All right, fine. We'll turn the heat down and
Yep,
we'll give you like a fan." And then the
yep,
people are like, "Oh, when you're in front of a fan, because
yep.
the fan is just temporary and you're just in the fan, you're
Not
like,
even a
"Oh,
fan, man. They're,
oh."
they're just gonna let the wind. They're just gonna crank the window open just a little bit.
There it is, just a little bit, and you're just standing at the window. You're like, "Oh,
Like,
oh my
yeah,
god, let me get this."
feels
And
so
then you're all
good.
excited, you're in a trance,
And then they're
and
just
then
gonna
what do they
slam the
do?
window shut.
Shut, nigga.
Yep.
Back into your crib, work from
Yep.
home. There's a newer, worse variant, guys. You know how to handle yourselves. Plus, climate change. There's fucking climate
Yeah, they can
change.
blame it on that too. The next agenda could possibly be that. I highly doubt this whole COVID shit is over. There's no way. There's no
Yeah.
way. Think about all these people that already took the jab. What are their consequences like in a few years? Who knows? I mean, just watch the show Utopia. We might be dealing with a whole extension of the human race. I mean, again, these people have. See, the thing is, like, people think this stuff is a conspiracy, but everything that they have planned out is etched in stone. Go to the Georgia fucking Guidestones that's put up on March 22nd, 322, by the way. But the very first rule is maintain humanity. What is it, 500 million?
Yeah.
So again, it's etched in stone. People think this stuff is a conspiracy. Who you think put it there? You know?
Yep, exactly, man. Who's the culprit behind it? And I mean, people again always throw the debate that if it's not the Jesuits, it's like the Orsinis, it's the Grey Pope, and I actually never really discredit that at all. I mean, there surely is more powers within the Vatican. The Jesuits came in 1540. They were already established as the Holy Roman Empire prior. The Jesuits are just a later army that do currently show their hand. Although they're not really known, they're well known. You know what I'm saying? Like it's amazing how they do it. But anyways, like I mean, to what I'm bringing up is like a lot of people saying like, oh, it's the Orsini. It's like okay, but like either put out the research to show all the connections to them, instead of saying like, well, you're not going to find it because it's like hidden or stuff, or like there's you're not going to see it. Like, just we're showing you how it's clearly Jesuits pulling a lot of the strings here. So despite them might having a higher power above them or behind the scenes, I mean, we're showing what's on the forefront, and we think it's on the forefront, but goddamn,
Right.
barely no one sees it. So it's like we got to go in baby steps.
Exactly.
But here's something interesting outside of the Pfizer FDA meeting being postponed, so stopping the children being jabbed under 5 just yet. There's this other story that came out. This one's very interesting, and again, they might not like it, but hey, they put it out, not me. Let's quickly read through this story. Where it at? So Reuters. How do you pronounce it? Is it Reuters? Reuters.
Reuters.
Yeah, it's Reuters. That's what it is.
Yes,
Yes, I
sir.
forgot.
They
Reuters.
they're the same ones that
Reuters.
came out and said that.
Reuters.
Remember what the hell is that guy's name?
They're Canadian, actually. They made lots of money during the
Oh
pandemic.
man,
This family.
who was that guy with the on Project Runway? COVID Kapoor.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
him?
Kelvin Kapoor, yeah.
Reuters was the one that came out
They
and
said.
said, "Oh, it's already been fact checked. It's false." What the
Mhm.
fuck?
How do you
Oh,
fact check that?
it's just a conspiracy. How can you? First of all, I mean, it just doesn't make any fucking sense. How is that a conspiracy? His name is fucking COVID, and before COVID, he's wearing a mask.
Yeah, I know, man. COVID with a K, kind of like how we have to
And
spell
his
it these
name
days.
sums to 56.
Yeah. And his real name doesn't
Yeah,
it?
his real name sums to 56 as
Kevin
well. So does
Kapoor,
Kevin
COVID
Kapoor is his real
Kapoor.
name. COVID Kapoor.
And it
That
was
just
on March
shows you
11th
how it's.
too. I think the episode was on March
Oh
11th, if
man,
I'm not mistaken.
it's
It was sometime in March.
wow. Okay, that would be crazy.
I'm pretty
I didn't
sure.
know the episode was on March 11th. So on the
Don't quote
1 year
me.
anniversary, that's
Don't quote
fucking
me.
crazy.
Don't quote me, but it could be.
So
I know it was in March.
exactly
I think.
1 year anniversary, COVID is declared a pandemic. If that's true, that's crazy. I'm gonna look into that.
Definitely.
Project Runaway. His name was COVID. Yeah. All right, my bad. I'm gonna let
No,
you
it's
do your
all
thing,
good.
man.
Look at this story real quick. EU investigates reports of menstrual disorders after mRNA COVID shots. And this came out on the 42nd day of the year, and we know that vaccine equals 42. However, it states the European Medicines Agency's Safety Committee said on Friday it was reviewing reports of heavy menstrual bleeding and absence of menstruation from women who had received the COVID-19 vaccines from Pfizer. The assessment was in view of reports of menstrual disorders after receiving either of the two vaccines, both based on messenger RNA technology, and it was not clear. It was not yet clear whether there was a casual link. The agency said. So I mean, man, this is always this is always what they say, to safeguard, to gaslight, to dismiss the severity of what this could be. We don't know. We don't get the same access to the stats and numbers and the proof that the hospitals and the clinics and the pharmacies get. So they'll tell us, oh, there was a small amount, and I mean, we just don't know. We have to go, unfortunately, what we can witness and see here. But I mean, this sounds very serious to me, and there's a lot of people who unfortunately have subjected themselves to this, and we don't know if this could be something that they're going to experience very soon, later down the line. We just don't know, and they're trying to say that there's no link, but I mean. They're seeing several cases heavy, specifically after the mRNA technology. And we discussed several times. I actually worked on working on a video, and I almost have it done pretty much. I'm just in like the editing stages, but it's my best to kind of bring it all together. The jab, the 5G, the nanotechnology, the mRNA. But to get on the mRNA, it's very fresh technology, man, and we know that they're using it and planning on using it more and more in the future. And the more we see problems, it's kind of alarming that we still go forward and push it, especially when they're like pretty severe problems. So that's my take. Try to dance around YouTube as best I can. But again, guys, menstrual disorders, heavy bleeding, mRNA, C19 shots. What's new? Um, Sorry, you were covering, or you were going to say something? You were looking something up, and then we continued that.
Yeah, I was just looking up this
COVID
whole
Kapoor.
when this whole COVID Kapoor episode released. So it's actually so that scene where he's wearing the mask itself, it's actually from season 3, episode 17, and that actually released on March 28th, 2019.
March
So
28th. Okay, so
yeah,
in
March
March.
28th. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, yeah,
that
exactly.
that
It's
part
still
knows
in
what about.
March. Yeah, so it's still in March.
2019.
Yeah, 2019. So
Yeah,
exactly a year. Well, not exactly, but
yeah.
a,
350
a
days.
few days.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah. Pretty much damn near a year. Interesting.
But again, it's
Interesting.
still in March. I mean, what are the odds of
Still
that?
in March. COVID Kapoor. COVID with a K.
So think
56.
about it. When that
Coronavirus
episode
56.
came out a year later, people would be wearing masks.
Yeah, and
In
the
the
whole thing
same
is
month.
wearing
In the
masks,
same
man.
month, because
Oh,
COVID
yeah,
was
yeah.
declared in March. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, his name is COVID. I mean, oh man, dude, that's what I'm saying, man. If stuff like this doesn't wake people up, I mean, what will? His fucking name is COVID. He wears a mask. And
Well, I mean,
it's not like
everybody's so
this
forgetful.
episode released like years before COVID. You know what I mean? This episode released in 2019, in the beginning of 2019, and COVID really took off at the beginning of 2020. So a year later.
It's just like, come on, man. The stuff that they do, guys. The predictive programming that apparently gets fact checked by Reuters. Is it Reuters? I said it right.
Yeah, it's Reuters. Yeah,
Reuters. So I, I don't know how you fact check that, man. How
yeah.
do
They
you
they
fact
said
check that? Well, they actually have admitted that the fact checks. That was something that came out. I forget what publication. Several had posted that like the idea of fact checking alone is been biased, subject to who's actually fact checking it and what they're supposed to do according to their
I
policies.
don't get how you can fact check this. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a video of this. I mean, it's not.
look,
This is not
fact
a
checking is just
conspiracy.
another way to say we're socially engineering you to what you should think and what you should believe. That's all fact checking means. It's just a way to dictate how you will perceive things. Because if
Yep.
they say, "Oh, this was fact checked," immediately someone who is obedient and just blind will be like, "Dude, you're ridiculous." They've already
But
talked about this.
look
You're not
how
ahead of anything.
look how they titled this article. Project One Way Mask Outfit by designer named COVID is not evidence of predictive programming. How is it not?
Yeah, I mean, literally, COVID and wearing mask. That's enough to see. And March. That's literally it. The three things in March: wearing mask, and the person wearing the mask goes by the name COVID.
Have
I
you
mean,
ever heard of a person named COVID before? I've never heard of a person named COVID.
yeah. I mean, honestly, man,
It's not like it's a
never have I
typical
ever heard of
name, you know.
it at
And then it's
all.
like when you factor in the gematria, it's like, wow, his name sums to 56. Even his real name sums to 56, just like coronavirus.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. And hey, mind control equals 56. And that's what that clip is right there, man.
Yep, it is. It's complete
Like
mind
this is
control.
straight mind control what you're seeing here. Oh, sorry. Here, let me move this just so you guys can see it. There you go. So again, this is COVID. That's
Yep,
COVID wearing it.
yep. That's COVID. I didn't play the audio, but they even said, "Can you take off your mask real quick because we want to see your face?" But yeah, that's him right there with the mask.
Man, guys, I remember in like 2017, I saw like there was a trend of masks coming like over
And
my area,
it's
I
not
guess.
even like think about what kind of mask that looks like the exact same mask people are wearing now. It's not like it's an entire face mask that covers up your whole face. It's not like that. You know what I mean?
It's straight up like a medical mask
Yeah, it
that's
looks
designed.
exactly like a medical mask.
Yeah,
Like
and
I would get if people were like, "Oh, it looks like." I mean, it looks like a COVID mask, but it's not. But it
I
definitely
mean,
is.
one could argue that the whole oh man, I'm not gonna lie. One could argue that the whole mask concept is just pure capitalism at this point. It's like fuck it, just keep people wearing them, and companies are gonna have to buy them for their employees. People are gonna buy custom ones. It's just capitalism, baby. It's clearly not doing what it's supposed to do, and that's admitted on their part. I'm not the one saying masks aren't effective. It's them that have said it. They said, "Oh, you need an N95, et cetera, et cetera."
Dude, if I'm not mistaken, I think Apple released their own face mask. I could be wrong, but hold on, let me double check.
I remember there was this
Oh,
fake story that was going
they
around.
do have a face mask.
Oh wow.
Apple released a face mask. There's people here. It
Let me
is. Look.
guess, it comes with like AirPod attachment or something. You can like hide your AirPods into your cheeks of the face mask.
So yeah, if you're not aware, Apple does have their own face mask. So yeah,
Oh, just yeah. Okay, yeah. It's like they give it to their employees. I've seen that. Yeah. So, oh man, great name, Smart Muzzle. Amazing, amazing.
Eye
That's what it
muzzle.
is. Yeah, Smart Muzzle. Oh my God. Well, hey, don't forget actually here. Type in Will.i.am mask. Will.i.am actually, I covered this story way back in February. And what's his face?
Will.i.am mask.
Oh, sorry, not on the Gematrinator, on Google. My
Oh,
bad.
oh, oh, oh.
No, sorry. Yeah,
All
because
good, all
you
good,
were
all
on
good.
there. Yeah. So Will.i.am, the leader of Black Eyed Peas, is making a mask called Super Mask, and it's the link right there. Actually, if you see the
This one?
Super Mask, yeah. So he's making like this crazy, stupid, futuristic cyberpunk type shit where, you pop on this mask. He released it all by the numbers. I have a video about it on my YouTube page. But
He has a
yeah,
nice
man.
little ad going on over here.
Exactly, man. It's capitalism, man. It's capitalism. It's
Exactly.
capitalism. It's to make him look good, but is it
This
even going to
hasn't
look
released
good?
yet.
This was a while ago, man. They talked about
Oh
this a while ago.
shit.
I don't know if they've been like produced. I think he has like his obviously his own betas and stuff and maybe close people to him. But
Fucking
yeah, here's the ad.
2020. Oh, I've seen people rocking this shit too, man.
I've seen people with similar ones. It's not the same one, but yeah, it's stuff like this. Like guys,
Yeah, they're
imagine
just trying to make it look cool.
like who wants to run with that? They say it has air filtration, so you
Man,
feel better,
fuck that. Air
bro.
filtration, my ass.
Bro, who's trying to look? It looks like some cyberpunk,
Yeah,
2077
but that's
shit.
exactly where they're trying to take society.
Yeah, in the metaverse, you can buy masks. Yo, guys, actually, in the game Watch Dogs Legion that I discussed a while ago or a couple streams ago, showing us about DNA, the technology run by CRISPR, which is like DNA gene editing. But in that video game, you can actually buy mask for your character. And so like you can buy like
Wow.
masks like this and like regular like cloth mask. It's just like it's just man, I don't know, man. Like clearly they're just trying to get people and people are very comfortable
Man,
with them,
the
man.
the other day I had went to the library and they have like a gigantic poster of Abraham Lincoln with a mask on his face and a quote right under him says "Make COVID history by putting on your mask."
Wow. Wow. That's
Oh
just
man,
like it's just crazy, man, how they like kids are like the goal is to have kids to have no reference of freedom in the past and have any knowledge of like, the history and leave them to a world where it's just like this, man. Everything you're seeing here. They're just fucking characters in a video
and I
game.
guarantee you that this generation thinks, "Oh, this stuff looks cool."
Yeah, actually, you know what? I
That's
remember
how
when
they
I put this
market to
out
them.
way early on when I had less people checking out the page. I remember the one comment I did get on the video was someone ticked off about how I was doing this, and I was like, what are you mad about? I'm exposing that this guy's capitalizing off this fucking pandemic with these masks that they ended up saying later on, years later, that they're not even effective, and now you're sitting here defending him making money off this. Like, you guys are fucking, man. I swear to God. And that was early on. It's
Just
just
the
like, oh.
fact that people think these masks are gonna save them from a fucking virus is it's mind blowing, dude. And it's like, oh yeah, the
Dude,
mask doesn't attack me when I'm eating. When I
the
sit down,
lady,
I can take it off.
there was a lady on The View, and she said, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to go out in public again without a mask. Like, like if there's a big event, like if they drop the mask mandate, I'm still going to wear mine. I won't feel safe. Like that's pure social engineering.
You remember that girl that Cassidy Campbell was talking to? He's like, so when are you gonna stop wearing your mask? She's like, oh, I'm already vaccinated and this and that. And he's like, so when are you gonna stop wearing your mask? She says, until the virus is completely gone. And he said, how long is that? And she said, however long it takes. So he said, so even if the virus goes on to like 2030, you're still gonna wear your mask? He says, yeah, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. What up, Simple Truth? Good to see you, man.
Yo, what's
Yeah,
good,
man.
Jay?
People with this mask, man, it's just so like again the two things I always say is the unhygienicness behind it, but also the idea that it provides so much protection. I mean, nothing says it better than Anthony Fauci himself early on when he said, it might make you feel better, but it's only going to
Wow,
protect if you
dude,
drop
they're
the
literally
tear gas.
calling this a smart mask. That's crazy.
Yeah. It was called a smart mask. I actually remember covering this a while back. Yeah, it's just He released it like perfect. I'm pretty sure he released it on a day with
It even comes with
53.
headphones. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Examples.
Bluetooth, air filtration, headphones, all of it, man. It's the whole nine. It's the whole nine. Yeah, man. It's
That's
just
wild.
it's so dumb, man. It's so dumb. But the best part is guess how much it cost. Guess how much it costs, man. Comment your cost below. But no, seriously, guess how much it costs. Like, give me a guess.
Man, I'm
You're not
pretty
gonna
sure
believe it.
it's
Don't even look anymore. Just stop what you're
no, I'm
doing and
not.
just
I'm not.
guess.
I'm dead ass. I mean, oh fuck. I mean, does it have numbers to do with COVID?
Well, not even in that sense. It's just ridiculous because we're talking about the idea of
I was gonna say
capitalization on
56. I was
this.
gonna say 56, like Chagozi said.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I can't
Okay,
lie.
is it under $100?
I wish.
It's probably
No,
more
actually, I
than that.
don't wish. I don't
Wow.
even give a fuck.
What is it?
But
$201?
all right. So it's great guesses. I'm not gonna lie. I love the guesses. No, but it's $400.
What
So
the fuck?
how fucking
Hell
wild is
nah!
this,
You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm not, bro.
bro? This shit is
400 fucking
$400.
dollars?
Unless they change the price, I remember them saying it was $399 or
Hell nah!
$299, either 300 or 400. But either fucking way, it's absurd, man. It's
Get
absurd,
the
man. I love
fuck
these
out of here.
guesses. I literally love the guesses. 201, 263,
Dude, is this
560.
really $400 for real?
Yeah. Here, here. Let me double check. But how
That
much
is
is Will
insane.
I am's super mask or super mask? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, they
So it
even have a
goes for a
gold
value to
edition? That's crazy.
299. 299.
So
So my apologies. I said
$300.
399.
No, I mean
299.
that's still ridiculous. Look, the gold version is $329, $330 essentially. That
Oh
is
my god.
insane. Fuck out of here.
Scam.
It's just a fucking mask with headphones. Why would you spend that much money? I'm pretty sure the headphones aren't even worth $300. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's just like it's just ridiculous.
You
Well,
know what's
mind you,
funny?
I'm in Canada, so shit, with the currency exchange, it's damn near 400 for me. if someone over here
That
wanted to
is
buy it,
fucking ridiculous,
and
man.
someone
Here, for
will.
those who want to see, there you go. $329 for the gold edition. Make sure to place your orders. And then you got the camo green edition for $300.
It can
You
match
got
your
the white
outfit.
and gray orange edition for $300.
Dude, it's just
You
like
got the all
it's
black edition for $300. I mean, get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh, and then look at
yeah,
this. Look at this. You can buy the
more
replacement
capitalism.
filters.
More capitalism, baby. How much are those?
30
29
bucks.
bucks, man. 30
Yep.
bucks to get yourself some filters. Like, come on, man. Who's trying to wake up and put that on your face to go on a run?
Dude,
I
look
don't
at this.
understand.
Look at this.
The
It says
advertiser to go on a run with a heavy ass fucking metal, fucking Bluetooth radiation, fucking breathing stink bullshit gay device. Like, what? Who can you imagine? Like, okay, when I go out for a walk or a run, the things
oh
I'm
man.
grabbing, I'm keeping it light. If it's a nice day, I'm like, all right, bet. So I got my watch or whatever. I got my water bottle. I got my headphones. I got my shoes. No, I don't reach for a fucking giant $300 mask with headphones and fucking air filtration. So when I'm running, I can like what? Who's trying to incorporate that in your life? Like the way they're trying to incorporate it is just like absurd to me, man. It's wild. It's wild.
So check this out. You know how it's like $30? It says the filters last approximately 30 days each. So
30
essentially
bucks, 30 days, $1 a
30 bucks,
day.
30 days. Yep.
And I mean, you know how people use these masks, man. Like again, the way I see it is disgusting, man. Like I see people biting or eating food, and then the worst people to me are the ones who don't like they like never take it off when they eat. Even like they're walking and like
Wait,
drinking
what?
something.
They
No,
don't take it off when they eat.
okay. Let me explain. Let me explain better. Okay, someone's walking and holding a coffee, right? And they're
Right.
sipping from a straw. There's two
I
types of
see.
people. There's
I see
people
what,
that'll just
yeah.
take off their mask and then
Right. Like
drink and then
completely,
put it
right?
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, either completely or around their ear, or there's the people who like lift it with their
Yeah.
hands
Yeah.
under
Those
their
are the
like
alternate.
straw
Yeah.
and
That's
like sip it. They're like, I gotta be extra safe. I don't want anything to happen. Oh my god! And then just like drop it back on their face. I'm like, that's so nasty. Your lips are a little moist because you're like drinking something. Like, you're just bro. This isn't right, man. Like, how long does it take for people to realize
man,
like
I
you're
can't wait
not
till the
safe?
vaccines start kicking in, dude.
Shit, you just said the magical word, stream cut. I'm just
I,
kidding.
I cannot wait because these people are fucking. I mean,
I
dude,
mean,
these people
here's
need
the
to
thing,
go,
though.
man.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about that statement, though. A lot of us, we're curious to see what's going to happen, but unfortunately, it is our own family and
This is
peers that
true.
have taken it. So we have to remember that we want to see what's to come. Negative, positive, we don't know. But unfortunately, we don't know how it's going to affect the ones close to us too.
That is true. Well, hey, I mean, if the ones close to you don't want to listen to you and called you a conspiracy theorist all your life, and now shit comes back to bite them in the ass.
One could
I
say
mean, me
that is
personally,
a
I
fair
can't feel
argument.
that bad for them. I mean, they had it coming to them. You try to warn them, and they called you a conspiracy theorist, right? So, all right, we'll see if it's still a theory.
Yeah, it's just it's wild, man. It's wild. Yeah, we'll have to see it. Oh, sorry. Another thing about mask is I hate like have you guys seen those masks that are like have a little window? They're like clear. They have little clear windows so you can see the
I've
person's
seen
mouth.
that, dude.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is
Yeah.
stupid. And then you see the ones with the plastic it's kind of like a mouthpiece. It like hovers in front of their mouth. It's not like on their face. It's just like in front of their mouth. It's like what the fuck is like
Dude, you know
oh,
what's the
so
most
stupid.
funniest one that I be seeing around? The whole face shield.
Oh yeah,
Those
the
are
face
fucking
shields.
hilarious.
The
People,
face
bro,
shield's
people wear a
so
face
dumb,
shield
man.
and then a mask underneath the face shield. You
Dude,
got
I
to get
remember
that
I
double
saw someone
protection.
with five, or no, sorry, I don't want to cap. Four masks. So it's three cloths and then a face shield.
Yeah,
And they
I've
wore
seen
gloves.
people wear. Goddamn, I haven't seen four, but I've seen people wear 2, 3 masks before. Godly, that's
Bro,
crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
probably have the highest record right now of seeing someone in person with four. So guys, if
I,
if
I
you
really
beat
just want
that,
to go to Canada
comment
just for
below.
one day and just see how people
No one's beat
like
that.
react differently to the mandates compared to the people in the states.
Dude, Canada sucks, man. Coming from a Canadian, guys. Okay, for my fellow Canadians who are in this chat, I mean, you guys know what it is. It's tough times for people like us who see the system for what it is. It's tough, man, because it's a small country and the population is pretty centralized in a few select provinces, and the majority within those provinces are fully have drunken the Kool-Aid, and then they've gone back for
I'm drunk in
refills,
the Kool-Aid.
and they went back for refills, brother. And that Kool-Aid has extra sugar. And that's like modified Monsanto sugar, if you get what I'm trying to say. These
Yeah,
people are
that
drunk
high
off
fructose
this.
corn syrup.
They're drunk. And
Yep.
like there's people that see it, but the people that see a little bit of it, they don't like see it for what it really is. They don't get it. They just know that like,
You
oh,
know,
this is bad and evil and like shit's going wrong. But like they don't know. They don't know. They haven't done the work. They haven't educated themselves. And it's unfortunate because like that just leaves them in the middle. It's kind of like useless in a way.
it's very funny you say that, man, because there's a guy that I know. I'm not gonna say his name, but he goes around preaching people to not take the vaccine. But what I notice is what he does every morning, and I know him from work, but uh, every morning what he does is he drinks Arizona sweet tea, right? Every fucking morning, and that's not just one can. And I'm talking about the,
What
the
time in
tall
the
can.
morning? Like you're talking morning, like how
Man,
early?
I'm talking about like around 10 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's pretty
So I
fucked.
guess close to noontime, but still, I guess you could say like brunch. But anyways,
Sure.
what he does is he drinks 2 tall cans of Arizona sweet tea. And one day I was like, dude, doesn't this shit have just like filled with sugar? So I looked at the can. One Arizona tall can has 150% of your daily sugar intake, and this man is drinking 2 of them. And he tells me every time he drinks one, he feels like drowsy and just tired. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude. The sugar, and mind you, this guy has had cancer before.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
exactly.
wow!
So
That
this
changes
guy is
everything.
not he's
That
not
changes
the
everything.
he's not the healthiest person for
Hmm.
sure in the room. But yeah, I told him, I'm like, dude, like look at the irony. What you're doing is going around preaching to people to not take the vaccine because supposedly it's going to kill them, but you're essentially killing yourself with everything that you're putting into your body. So what's the difference? Because I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm not going to take the vaccine, but then yet they eat like shit. So it's like you might as well just have taken the vaccine. What's the point? You're going to kill yourself either way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your lifestyle and how you treat your body and what you put in it, very important.
One I mean, one
Whether
might
it's the
kill you faster than the other, but I mean,
whether
still.
it's the poke or yeah, whatever you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, definitely. Well, here I got a story to match that. Actually, probably mine's worse. I hate that we're even competing about worse scenarios for what you drink in the morning. But I used to work at U-Haul, and I had a guy that worked with me. Great guy, actually. He was a dope guy. And whenever we worked in the morning, you had to come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you'd have to like prep prep the office, get the trucks ready, warm them up, and etc. This guy smoked a lot of cigarettes, but he had a regimen in the morning. He had a regimen. And man, I've never seen nothing like it, guys. This guy every morning will have two energy drinks. Specifically, this energy drink. I'm going to show you guys cuz
Dude,
it's a fucked up one.
that's the same shit this guy that I'm talking about drinks too. Arizona and energy drinks. He drinks one can of energy drinks and two tall cans of Arizona. So that's like, dude, that my God, that's
Does
like
he smoke
400%.
cigarettes? No, he has cancer, so probably
No,
not.
no, he
Or he
doesn't
had
smoke
cancer.
cigarettes, but he is an alcoholic and a a complete addict on energy drinks. I'm talking, dude. Yeah, it's so bad, man. It's so
Energy
bad. It's
drinks are a
just
whole other. Well, look at this. Okay, so he would drink two of these cans.
wow.
Okay, two of these cans every
Nos.
morning. And guys, like I said, we start at 7 o'clock. So he would be in at like 6:45. Both of us would be getting ready. Off top, he's cracking two of these. By 10 o'clock, and mind you, he's smoking like multiple cigarettes in between from 7 to 10. By 10 o'clock, his girl would come through and bring him a medium coffee with two sugars and two creams. And he would get this for all my Canadians out
As
there.
if the energy drink didn't wake him up.
You know what I'm saying? He would get a double double from Tim Hortons. So all my Canadians know what's up. But yeah, man, it's like damn, bro, like that's hectic. Like that's a lot of shit to be consuming in the like first 3 hours or 4 hours of waking up. And the worst part is like I would only work with him on weekends because he had like another job. I was a younger and like he had multiple jobs, so I'd only see him on the weekends. So I'll work with him Saturday and Sunday, and he did the same damn thing every day. And I fucked with this guy. He was a cool guy. He worked so hard too. This guy worked like 90-hour weeks, but I was like, dude, you're gonna kill yourself. Like
They
I
are
would
gonna
even
kill
tell him, I
themselves.
was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, how the fuck do you do that? Like I can't even like
What a lot of
taste
people
that
don't
type of shit in the
realize.
morning. Like it's
That's what I'm
nasty.
saying, and it's just a shit ton of sugar. That's all it is. And what a lot of people don't realize is one can of energy drink already has more than 100% of your daily sugar intake. So you drink one can, you're essentially overdosing on sugar.
Bro, it's like it's just so wild, man. Like, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster, unfortunately, man. And again, he's working a very hectic schedule, this individual. So, I mean, one could say he's very stressed out, and leading him to these
And it's the same thing with sodas too.
temptation, craving for fillers, I guess you could say. But yeah, it's just it was crazy, man. Like energy drinks is something that I never like. I remember I was younger, I tried a few and I was like, these are kind of good, but like these are kind of make me feel fucked. I remember one time I had a 5 hour energy and because I was like studying for an exam or something, and I took the 5 hour energy, and I'm not even gonna lie, my chest was all fucked up, and I was like, oh hell no, oh hell, I was like breathe, I was like, yo, I can't breathe. Like I had to think about breathing. You
That's
guys ever
crazy.
felt that?
Hmm.
Like you have to like you're like, yo, am I breathing? Like hold
It's
up.
all the sugar intake, man. It's excessive sugar.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Like my man Pokemon said here, my Canadian homie, drink filtered water and smoothies, man. Yeah, I agree. I love
Yeah,
smoothies
I've never drank
and I love
a
water.
bottle of energy drink in my life. The only thing, the closest thing I've
Good
drank
for you,
was
man.
like heavy coffee, and even then, like coffee fucks up my stomach, so I don't even fuck with it.
Oh, you
But
guys, I'm guilty, man. I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm not a perfect human being. No one is, and we all have
right,
our
right.
things. And I love coffee, man. I can't lie to you. I love an iced coffee. I'm a fucking sucker for an iced coffee. So always gonna be, oh my god, you're not a true seeker. You drink iced coffee. I dismiss everything you've said because you drink iced coffees. You are false. But yeah, no, I do drink iced coffees every now and then. I try to limit them, but I make my iced coffees from home. I do like some good espresso, and I get like
Hey,
some good
at
milk.
least you make it at the house.
Yeah, save yourself the money because you don't want to be
Plus,
giving these.
you know what you're drinking.
Yeah, exactly. It feels better. I have this old school espresso making, thing from like Turkey or like the Middle East or something. So it's, again, we all have our things that we do, man. None of us are perfect. If anybody tries to act like they are, they're a fucking fraud. Big
That's
time
true.
fraud. A big fat phony. Guys, I got to show you this one thing, and then I'm going to pass it off to Neo, though, because I can't lie. I've been hogging up
Nah, you're
the
good, man. Take your time. I hardly have any decodes, anyways, man. No worries.
So I'm gonna show you guys a clip. So you guys know how we talk about the baseball code 5445 always running rampant throughout rituals
Yes, sir.
numerically. So there's a clip from, if you guys remember the show Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know if you guys remember that show. But
People might be a little too young for. Well, not.
it came out in
Yeah, it
like the
came out
early
early
2000s.
2000s. Yep.
I think 2001, and it's a show. Yeah, here, let me just pull up the cover, man. I'm sure
You
you guys
remember?
know the show. I feel like
You
people know.
remember Even Stevens?
Of course, man, with the Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Did
Now
like
that
that show
John's
too.
gone crazy.
That was a good show, man. There was some good shows back in the day, man. Here,
There's
let me
hardly any now. Yeah, but
definitely,
yeah,
definitely.
back in
They
the
all
day for
promote
sure.
suspect shit now, man. I feel like every TV show you
Exactly.
watch has like a sus
Exactly.
character, trans character. But for those who don't remember, Frankie Muniz in the show Malcolm in the Middle, very classic show. I very much enjoyed this show. Anyways, I was watching this show last night, just kind of diving, reminiscing on the good old days, and I saw a very interesting clip from them. Allow me to pull it up real quick. It's really short, but it references the baseball code in the number 45 in an interesting way, relating to baseball. So just to show you how they've been using this for years in TV, and I've shown another example of how they've done this in another current show called Timeless. But here, let me find it. I think it's right here. I left a timestamp for myself to remember where.
And by the way, the father in Malcolm in the Middle. Did you know that's Walter White from Breaking Bad?
Exactly, Bryan Cranston. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, he's a phenomenal actor.
absolutely, man.
He's such a good actor. Like he makes me laugh in this show so much, but then in Breaking Bad, he portrays such like a crazy character.
Right.
It's like, wow, like
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
good at what you do. I can't deny that.
It's like a whole
But
completely
anyways,
different character.
it's amazing, man. Actors are the best liars because they could fool you anybody.
That's why politicians are actors.
Exactly, man. That's why Andrew Cuomo won an Emmy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
enough said.
That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger was the governor of California. Yep.
Right, right. It's just like, come on. So, look, you guys, I have the clip ready. It's really short. I can't play too much because YouTube might get salty. I hope I'm not. It's only like 10 seconds. But again, we're talking about the number 45 baseball. And again, baseball equals 54, the reflection of 45. The game 45 is the ninth triangular number. And again, the game's made of 9 teams, 9 innings, or sorry, not 9 teams, 9 players on each team. So the whole game revolves around the number 45. And let's look at this quick clip from the show Malcolm in the Middle. Let me pull this up here super quick. Okay. All right. So they're at like a baseball convention, and check out what happens here. I can't. There's so much fucking ads on this site, but look at this.
Look, he will come to your birthday party.
Be sure to turn in your ticket stubs to be eligible for a chance to win Reggie Jackson's 450th home run ball.
I thought they said I'd be Roper.
You guys hear it?
450th.
Yeah, and there's
45.
also another detail that I just caught on to just now as I was rewatching the clip. So again, if you missed it, they said get a chance to win Reggie Jackson's 450th home run ball. 450, like the number 45 with the rules of numerology, but also in the scene, let me just click back like a second earlier. Someone in the background is wearing the jersey number
for
27.
A chance to win Reggie Jackson's 450th home run ball.
Oh, I
You guys
see it.
she's wearing the number 27, and in gematria, what's interesting about the number 27, first, again, it's such a joke, man. Look at this stuff. Look at this. So again, the number 45 or 450, like 45 and 27 are shown in relation to baseball. MLB equals 27, just like how you see the lady wearing the baseball jersey. But baseball, 54, the reflection of 45, right? So again, you can just see, man, what they're doing here and how they use these numbers all the time, from film, music, you name it. It's coded. It's consistency in the coding, man. And there was also the show Timeless. I'm too lazy to dig up the clip, but I have it on my phone or somewhere. The show Timeless, for those who haven't seen it. Let me pull up the cover. Sorry.
Wait a
Timeless
minute.
TV
Is this
show. It's
the
all
show
about
where
time
they go
travel.
back in time? Oh my dude, I literally just finished watching this show like a month ago.
Oh, dude,
That's
should I show you
crazy.
my decode then? I have a whole
Yeah,
decode on this
please.
show.
Unless people, does it have
But no
spoilers
one's
for those who might have not seen it? Because it's actually a really good show. They go
okay.
back in time to different aspects of U.S. history, and they like it's really dope. And there's I don't want to spoil it, but
Exactly.
uh,
There's so much, bro. There's so
there's a
much to
lot.
this. Let's just say every character is coded as fuck. That's one thing I can tell you for that matter. But guys, if you guys have some time and you're bored, check out this show, and then maybe next stream I'll show you guys the decode about this show, Timeless. But in this show, one of the episodes, they walk into a casino, and in the casino, the character says, "Oh, there's about 54 years worth of baseball games to bet on." Guys, he said
Yep.
54 years of baseball games to bet on. 54 years of baseball games to bet
See,
on.
man, this is the beauty of gematria, man. It's just like it literally is the lens from They Live.
Facts. Like, which is why it's in our intro. A short clip of They Live is in our
Yep.
intro to
Yep.
Script Hackers. So, yeah, man, I think that's pretty much all the
That was a
things that I
great
kind of
catch, man.
had. Yeah, it's just a little appreciated. It's just a little like, light catch. It's nothing too serious in all honesty, but
And yeah,
it's
for
just
those
like,
who have not seen that show, I definitely recommend it. It's a really good show. Yeah.
you're referring to Malcolm in the Middle?
Well, yeah, that
Or sorry.
that too, but timeless.
Oh, sorry. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I'm tripping out. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, Timeless is pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Check it out. Check it out if you're interested.
Malcolm in the Middle, more of a comedy, like a
Yeah,
sitcom
Malcolm
type
in the
of
Middle is
thing.
more of a jokey show,
Yeah,
definitely.
but timeless, man, you can actually it's a lot of like hidden
The
symbolism
symbolism
within
is.
the show. Yeah.
I want you guys, if you guys do watch it next show, please, like, I'm gonna bring it up. Hopefully I remember, and let me know if you guys actually did watch it, because then if I go over the decode, it'll make a lot more sense.
If you guys have Hulu, I think it is on Hulu.
It's on Netflix too, I believe.
Oh,
So,
okay, perfect. There we
I'm in
go.
Canada though, so I don't know if Netflix in America might not have it, or probably
I
does though.
see.
You guys have everything, man.
Yeah, I see.
We
Well,
we
I
miss
know,
out on
and I
shit, man.
know in the states, Hulu for sure has it. I don't know about Netflix, but it might just be a Canada thing. But Hulu for sure has it, and you guys can try Netflix too.
And as a reminder, guys, as we're in transition from my segment to Neo, be sure to subscribe to us on our YouTube at See Through the Script. For myself, you're already on the page, and then I'm going to tag Neo's name in the title, so you can click the blue name, and then it takes you over to his YouTube page, Neo the Hacker.
Yes, sir.
Also, check out our social medias: Instagram, Twitter. I'm more big on Instagram. Neo's more big on Twitter, doing his thing.
Yes, sir.
That's just the platforms we both prefer to use, so it's good. But yeah, if you guys aren't already following, please do. Much appreciated. But now I also want to just remind you guys and let Neo go over what he's going to be talking about for his segment. But here it is.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna start off with the death of Sylvester Johnson. He was called what was it? The Legend of Soul, or I don't know if it's a King of Soul or Legend of Soul, but
A lot
we're
of
gonna cover his
legends
death.
of their
Yeah,
respective industries
and mind
died.
you, he's
Jimmy
dead in
Funk.
Black History Month, right? So go figure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, man.
he was considered a soul legend. Yeah.
The pattern stacks.
But then, speaking of baseball, just like how Script was talking about with the number 54, we're going to talk about the death of Gerald Williams, who was a baseball player, and of course, the numbers 54 are associated with that. So how perfect!
Ah, shit, man.
And
And
then
again, I don't laugh at the death. It's just the number and the way these things
repetitive
pan
numbers, yeah,
out.
exactly,
It's like, come
exactly,
on, man.
exactly, dude. So here, let me share my screen real quick.
Oh, and then don't forget, you're going to cover all the 42 rituals.
Yes,
Not all, but obviously we're going to go through a couple of cool. I'm really down for that part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking through a lot
Since
of
it
those.
is Black History Month, and yesterday was the 42nd day of the year, might as well go over all the 42s, why 42 was stamped across Black history, whatnot. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, I did read the entirety of chapter 18 from Letters and Numbers, which, again, that chapter is all about the numbers 42, 59, and how it's stamped across Black history. So if you guys want,
Amazing.
I guess, a audio book version of it, feel free to go check that out.
Definitely check that video out.
Vanessa, Gnostic Knowledge, she's
Ah.
read the entirety of
Yeah, let's
the
pull up,
entire book. So make sure you
let's
guys
pull up
go check
Gnostic
out hers
Knowledge's
too.
page.
Because I only read a
Please.
chapter. She read the entire book on her channel. So
Hold on, guys.
both
I'm gonna
books
pull
too,
that
Number
up.
Games and Letters and Numbers.
Yeah, that's definitely worth pulling up because she is a real one for
Exactly.
what she's done there, man. Gnostic Knowledge, right?
Yes,
That's her
sir.
page.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
guys, so let me pull this up for you guys. Definitely go show love to Gnostic Knowledge. Great woman. She, like Neo said, Zach has 2 lengthy books, specifically his first one, and
Yeah, that's all. That book is over
read through them.
700 pages. The first book.
She's got a she's puts out work pretty consistently at that time that she was doing so, and I mean, look at that. Like, look at this. So
Yeah.
if you're not big on reading it yourself, here's someone doing a great job at giving you that audio opportunity, the audio book.
Absolutely.
So again, Gnostic Knowledge, let's get those subscribers up for sure. But yeah, man, Neo, I'm gonna let you hold it down, and
Okay, cool.
you
Let me
know,
just share my screen real fast.
definitely. I'm gonna just grab some water right quick too,
Take your
and
time,
then
man.
oh, sorry, I took over the screen. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
All right.
All right, so let's start off with the death of Sylvester Johnson. Again, he was labeled as the Legend of Soul. And what's also interesting is New York Post wrote this article. I actually did not see this article when I was decoding this story, but Sylvester Johnson, I guess he was nicknamed Syl, but Sylvester Johnson from Different Strokes, legend sampled by Kanye, dead at 85. So there might even be a connection to Kanye West. I didn't look into that avenue, but if you guys do want to, take a look at that, feel free to do so. And if you guys do catch anything, like I said, always feel free to leave it in the comment section. But anyways, here's what I caught. Here, let me pull up my notes real fast. So the story is that he died on February 6th, right? A date you can write as 6/2. And sacrifice, of course, sums to 62 in gematria. Now, the day he died, February 6th, had 14 date numerology. Let's pull it up real quick. So again, February 14, 2022 had, February 6th. February 6, 2022 had 14 date numerology. And you'll notice that words like blues sums to 14, slave sums to 14, and dead sum to 14. See? Slave, blues, dead. They all sum to 14. He's dead on 14 date numerology. The day he died also had 30 date numerology. And of course, 30 corresponds with slavery. 30. And the N word, nigger, 30 as well. And 42, which is huge. But the day he died, February 6th, was the 37th day of the year. And if you take his first name, Sylvester, you'll notice that his first name sums to 37 in the most pure cipher. He's dead on the 37th day of the year. Now, if you look at his birthday, as of right now, Google has his birthday as July 1st. And if we just measure that, July 1st, 2021, that was his last birthday. Just looking at the weeks, he died 31 weeks after his birthday. Slave sums to 31. Slave, 31 in gematria. Blues, 31 in gematria. And his last name, Johnson, 31 as well. So I mean, you gotta ask yourself. Look at that. Look how Slave, Blues, and Johnson, they all sum to 31 in the same cipher, and he's dead 31 weeks after his birthday.
Yes,
And
yes. My bad. I just want to say I'm
all
back.
good, man, all good. What else do we have? So he died 145 days before his upcoming birthday. So again, his upcoming birthday, July 1st, 2022. Just looking at the days, 145 days. 145 corresponds again with his first name, Sylvester. As you can see in the most simple cipher, Sylvester sums to 145. He's dead 145 days before his upcoming birthday. Now, his supposed age of death, which is 85. Here's why that stands out. When you write 85 in letters, you'll notice that it sums to 116 in the most simple cipher. Of course, if you guys recall, Script and I predicted how on January 16th should be a very interesting day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, it was. We had several deaths associated with African Americans. But African American, sums to 116 in the most simple cipher, just like his age of death when written out as letters, 116. So perfect. Now, the day he died was February 6th, and when you write out February 6th in letters, it sums to 76, and blues sums to 76,
Hmm.
Negro sums to
Perfect
76,
example of that's always
slave
mentioned.
76,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Because
And
we
mind
always
you,
mention, yeah, with the 76 and or, 7659, slave, Negro, blues, Rasta. We'll bring that up for
and
that
mind you,
reason. Yeah.
although he was a legend of soul, again, blues is associated with the genre of blues is also associated with African Americans as well. And as you know, blues sums to 59, 76, just like slave, Negro. I mean, come on.
Like it's just
Yeah.
ugh.
Oh, and here's what's funny too, man. So he had a brother, which I was not aware of while I was doing this decode. So he had a brother named James Earl Thompson, and
Yeah.
James Earl Thompson died just days before Sylvester died. Here, let's look him up real quick. James Earl
Interesting.
Thompson. So it's like both brothers died just days apart. Why is this not pulling up?
I just want to point out something after too while you're looking at that because they mentioned in the article that this man that you're talking about who passed was
Uh-huh.
sampled a lot by Kanye West.
Yeah,
And
exactly. That right
J-
when you left, that's actually one of the first things I said. How it might even be synced up with Kanye. I didn't look into that avenue though.
Well, Jacozy pointed out that Kanye West has a new Netflix documentary that just came out on February 10th, written 10/2, like 102,
Mm.
the N word 102, slavery 102, Underground World 102, and it's named after Frederick Douglass, Black History Month, and his name equals 102. So, I mean, perfect, man. And again, Kanye, look what's happening with Kanye too, just real quick, with like him in the public eye looking like a crazy father, and Kim trying to make him seem like he's not fully active, etc. It's just mockery during Black History Month, the
Speaking of
typical narrative.
speaking of Kanye, did you hear today's news? How Kanye is gonna take off Kid Cudi from his Donda 2 album because supposedly Kid Cudi is best friends with Pete Davidson, and Kanye has a problem with that because Pete Davidson is dating Kim. So Kanye's, I'm
Good
taking you
promo.
off my,
It's good promo.
like, what kind of childish shit is that?
It's good promo, man. I'll tell you that. It's good
It is a
promo.
good promo, yeah, exactly. But coming back to Sylvester Johnson, so we said how he died on February 6th, but if you look here, he had a brother who's also an artist named Jimmy Johnson. Full name is James Earl Thompson. But check this out. He died on January 31st, 2022. So just days later, his younger brother is dead. And by the way, James Earl Thompson or Jimmy Johnson, he died at the age of 93. And you know why he died at the age of 93? Because his name, James Earl
Hmm.
Thompson, comes to 93. So how perfect.
Interesting. And he died January, so just before Black History Month.
Yeah, just the
Literally
eve
the
of Black
day
History
before.
Month.
Yeah,
And then
and
days
again,
later, like almost a week later, his brother's dead. I mean, come
yeah,
on, dude.
Black History Month 93. Interesting.
So
Interesting.
yeah, that was Sylvester Johnson. So rest in peace to him. And then the next story, give
R.I.P.
me a moment to pull it up real quick,
No
is
problem.
Gerald Williams, the baseball player.
By the way, we're 2 hours and 1 minute in the big 201. But no, I just wanted to say appreciate everybody that's holding it down with us, and much love, man. Love to see the activity. Love that everybody's here, connecting and uniting, sharing their thoughts and opinions. That's what the internet should be used for, and not what they're trying to make it used for.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's see. Okay, so the next story is Gerald Williams. He supposedly died at the age of 55. They said he was battling cancer. That was the story. And again, a baseball player dead, a black baseball player dead, mind you, in the month of Black History Month. So, of course, the number is 54 is stamped across this, but let's start here. Let's start with the date numerology. So, he died on February 8th, a date numerology of 52, and his position was outfielder. An outfielder in gematria sums to 52 in the most pure cipher,
Boom, boom.
52. Now, with him dying on February 8th, he died on the 39th day of the year. And this guy, Gerald Williams, he was most known for playing with the New York Yankees. And of course, New York in Gematria sums to 39, just like how he's dead on the 39th day of the year. And he died exactly 26 weeks after his August 10th birthday. So his birthday is August 10th. He died February 8th, just looking at the weeks. As you can see, he died exactly 26 weeks later. And what was his supposed cause of death? Cancer, right? Cancer, 26 in the most pure cipher. He played for what team? Yankees. Yankees, 26 in the most pure cipher as well, just like cancer. And mind you, cancer also sums to 37, just like Yankees. So cancer and Yankees have a perfect match in 2 out of the 4 base ciphers. And he's dead on, or I'm sorry, he's dead exactly 26 weeks after his birthday, just like cancer and Yankees. The other thing, you want to look at the months and the days. You can say that he died 6 months and 2 days before his upcoming birthday, and sacrifice, of course, as we know, sums to 62. And with him not, go ahead.
Sorry, is that including end date? That
No, it's not including end
so
date.
so technically it would be 6 and 3, right? 6 months and 3 days, like Major League Baseball equals 63.
When you count the span, yeah, yeah. If you count the span, he died 6
It's
months
just so
and 3
perfect,
days
man.
before his upcoming birthday. Yeah. Yep,
So
exactly.
perfect, man.
So either
66
way you
months,
look at it,
3
the connection is
days.
there. Yeah.
Every time. Sorry, I just had to fight that out.
No, all good, man. All good. Please. So with him dying at the age of 55, what's his last name? Williams, right? Williams in gematria 55. He's dead at the age of 55. What's also interesting is when you write out 55 in letters, you see how it sums to 108 in the most simple cipher? His full name is Gerald Floyd. Gerald Floyd Williams. And look how Gerald Floyd Williams also sums to 108 in gematria. And he was in Major League. Major League also sums to 108 in gematria. So see how Major League sums to 108 in the same cipher as 55, and now this guy's dead at the age of 55, and his full name sums to 108.
It's unreal, man. It's unreal. And whenever I see the number 55, I always think of like God and Satan in their gematria values of 55.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I just always, I'm always like, is there, I don't know.
And here,
I,
speaking of 55, when you write out 55 in letters, guess what it sums to in the most pure cipher? 54, right? A number we were just talking about. And of course, MLB sums to 54. Baseball sums to 54. Again, these are numbers. Script, I know we're like 25 episodes in, or I'm sorry, 24 episodes in, but how many times have we had baseball debts and almost all of them have the number 54 synced up? You know? 'Cause
honestly,
it's
I'm not
kind
gonna lie to you. Damn near every one of them.
yeah,
I
exactly.
honestly can't remember one that didn't have either 54 date numerology, dead at 45 or 54, dead 54 days or 45 days from his birthday. Like
Exactly.
no matter what, they always had that number. And if it didn't
And in
have
this
that, had
guy,
like 63 or 117 or sometimes all of them. The whole
yeah,
cipher of Major League Baseball just has everything.
yeah.
Every number there. It tied into their death.
And look how MLB sums to 9. How many innings are in baseball?
There it
9.
is. 9. How many players on the field? 9 on each team. You know what I mean? It's
It's
just
so
it's
obvious that these people are obsessed with numbers, man. It's just super obvious.
for
You
those who
know,
haven't seen my video on my YouTube page talking about baseball by the numbers. I have 2 of them. Go check those out because that'll give some more clarity. And I actually have a clip from Zach that I added that adds more depth into what baseball by the numbers is.
absolutely, man.
So definitely,
Um,
like, it's just too consistent, man. No, it's too consistent with this. Every time I see a baseball player, even that other guy that committed suicide, he
oh
had a
yeah,
baseball connection as well.
yep.
So I mean, the 47-year-old Jeremy Gamby,
Hmm.
in relation
Hmm.
to the film Moneyball that was released on a day with 60 prime numerology of 63. It's all about Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball equals 63. So it's like
Exactly.
every fucking
But
thing
it's all
about
just a
baseball.
coincidence.
Why would they just stop at one film, or why would they not do it? Like, no, they're gonna do it for everything. It's consistency.
Exactly. Um, a few more points, man, that I just want to add on. So he was drafted into the MLB on June 2nd, 1987, and that was 34 years ago. And so he's dead 34 years after being drafted. Gerald, his first name, sums to 34 in gematria. Of course, murder sums to 34 as well. Now, what's also interesting is from the 34-year anniversary of him being drafted. He died 251 days later after the 34-year anniversary. Of course, ritual sacrifice in gematria comes to 251. And by the way, while we're at it, blood sacrifice comes to 257, and 257 is the 55th prime number. And this guy's dead at the age of 55.
Also
go ahead.
in
Did you
line
wanna
with
say something?
the, I just want to say with the 34s with Gerald and what was it, murder?
Murder? Yeah.
Black also equals 34, and I mean it's a
Great
black
catch.
man
Great
during
catch.
February.
In the
It's
same
just
cipher as Gerald, too.
perfect. So
See what
I
I mean?
mean,
Yeah. Look at that. Gerald,
shit, man.
murder, black, 34. This is a black man dead in Black History Month.
Oh, wait a second. He was born on the 222nd day of the year, and he's dead in 2022.
That is one thing I forgot to put in my notes. I did catch that, but I forgot to put that in my notes. I knew I was missing something. But yeah,
Oh.
exactly, man. The repetitive use of, because again, we said how to watch out for the number 222 this year, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And here
we had
are.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
His last episode was the day. Oh, it was something with 222 on Full House, and again, the biggest cast member from that show is now dead in 2022.
Yep.
That number is just. There's more examples that I'm missing, but yeah, definitely on the lookout for that number.
Exactly. So, and again, we're only 2 months into the year, so
Yeah, exactly, man. It's been. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this year so far is moving at fair pace. I feel like I don't
compared
know.
to like 2020.
Yeah, like I don't know.
I really did think it would be off. It would be a lot worse at the current time that we're in, but it's
Well,
not too bad.
not even exactly like that. I literally just mean like how time feels, like how fast it's moving. I don't feel as if, I mean, I kind of feel like, every day is taking, I feel like the 24 hours is there. Whereas some days I was like the last 2 years, it just felt like, wait, what? It's already April. It's already, it's
Yeah.
already June. It's already October. Like, I don't
I
know.
would
Again,
say
we're
it
only
started
2
feeling
months
like
in.
that after the pandemic, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Time
Yeah.
just,
Hey,
yeah.
who knows, man? These people probably are fucking with the time. I mean,
I just saw an
never know.
article that said that on the Jesuit Post. I couldn't read it because again, they want you to pay for that shit, and I ain't giving them no money. But they
Who is
said
this? Who
this is
wants you to pay for it?
the Jesuit Review. Again,
Of course, they want you to pay for it.
good man. They had a lot of good articles though. They always had some good stuff because it's written by Jesuits themselves. But anyways, the article was talking about how Pope Francis in 2025 is going to call for like a jubilee, and a jubilee is like something that gets called for in the Holy, Vatican, unholy Vatican, by the Pope after 25 years, from what I read, and Pope equals 25. So it's just, perfect that they choose that 25-year cycle for the Pope to declare like, a fresh beginning. And he said the reason is because of all the stress that's happened throughout, the pandemic and etc. So
Oh man.
Yeah.
But
sorry,
here,
no, please go
anyways,
on.
no, all good, man. Here, anyways, just to finish up this Gerald Williams decode real quick. So the last World Series for the MLB, it just wrapped up on November 2nd. Of course, the Atlanta Braves won, and that whole series was a clear tribute to Hank Aaron, right? And now this guy's dead in Black History Month. But anyways, Gerald Williams, although he played for the New York Yankees, he also played for the Atlanta Braves. So his former team just won the World Series and now he's dead. And if you measure that, so his former team, the Atlanta Braves, won the World Series on November 2nd, 2021. And if you look at the weeks, that is exactly 14 weeks before his death. So 14 weeks after his former team wins the World Series, he's now dead. And of course, we know that the word dead in gematria sums to 14, right? Just like how we said slave also sums to 14. See what I mean? And if you want to look at the days, you can also say he died 98 days after the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. And the 98 corresponds with his last name, Williams, 98 in gematria in the most simple cipher. Now, this past World Series, it was the 117th World Series. And you'll notice that his first name is Gerald, and Gerald in the Jewish cipher sums to 117, as you can see. He's dead right after the 117th World Series, which was won by his former team, Atlanta Braves. And by the way, Major League Baseball what MLB stands for.
Yeah.
Major League Baseball. Also sums to 117 as well.
And also too, with the day that his team won, what was it, November 2nd?
Yes, sir. November 2nd.
That's the day leaving 59 days left in the year too.
Yeah, of course,
So,
because I'm telling you that whole series was in tribute to Hank Aaron.
yeah,
A sacrifice, a huge sacrifice, man. Yeah.
so
And now
I
this
mean,
guy's dead by the same numbers. And Black History Month of all months.
the month that ends on the 59th day of the year, shortest
Exactly.
month, which
It's
equals
just so
59.
fucking obvious what these people are doing, man. It's,
They're
just,
it's mockery on all levels, from ritual shaming, race shaming, to deaths, to you
Yep.
name it, man. It's just like, it's so wild.
And one last point with Gerald Williams, with him dying right in between the seasons. So of course the next season would be the 118th World Series, right? And again, coming back to his last name, Williams, 118 in gematria. What was his cause of death? Cancer. 118 in gematria in that same cipher. And look how death sums to 118. And he's dead right before the season of the 118th World Series. Williams 118, Cancer 118 in the same cipher, death in the Jewish cipher 118. So again, you can come here and say this stuff is just a coincidence, but you're just
You gotta
playing
prove
yourself,
it.
man.
Yeah, you can't even prove. How do you prove a coincidence? So it's like, you can't even, have no leg to stand on with that type of argument.
You can prove this is what they're doing if you just pay attention to the news, because it's the same
Exactly.
repetitive shit. It proves itself. You don't even have to do anything.
That episode I showed from Malcolm in the Middle was, like, again, from like 2004 or 3 or 2. So, like, again, they've been using the same code, the same numbers well before that. You got to be a
Exactly.
fool, man. You got to be a fool. I mean, to dismiss it without even looking at it is foolish, but to dismiss it after looking into it would be even, I don't know. I would think it would be more. I don't know. I guess it depends on how they. I guess it depends who's your introduction to gematria. I mean, some people might be getting shitty introductions to gematria, and then it's leading them to be like, this is
That's true.
junk. And then other
That's
people, they
true.
get put on to people who can explain it better. There's tons of people in the community that can do so, and those people help them understand the value of the knowledge. So that's another thing, man. Unfortunately, it's who's delivering the knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. Honestly, I couldn't have said it any better. So,
But
yeah,
yeah, another perfect baseball ritual by the numbers.
absolutely. Absolutely
And
by the numbers.
speaking of baseball, and because you're going to transition to talking about the 42 code, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to freestyle this because again, I don't have like a decode set up or anything. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about the whole 42 code if you're new here, and but yeah,
Well,
man,
what about the first quick example to start off with, being Jackie Robinson?
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Because
Jackie, here, I'll let you even say it if you want.
no, go ahead. Here. You know what? This is what I'll do. I'll share my screen.
Yeah, he's a good first example to show the mockery and transition from 45 to 42, the
So
shaming number.
exactly, which is stamped across Black history, way beyond Jackie. But um, here, what you see here on the screen is again from chapter 18 of Letters and Numbers, and here's just a short list of names, or I'm sorry, names or terms that sum to 42 in gematria. Nigger sums to 42. Jackie sums to 42, as in Jackie Robinson. He wore the number 42. Orenthal, which is O.J. Simpson's real name, sums to 42. Brothers sums to 42, nickname used by African Americans. Boy sums to 42, nickname for slaves. Bus sums to 42. Think about Rosa Parks. She's born on February 4th, a date majority of the world writes as 4/2. Slavery 42, History 42, Tuskegee 42, February 42. That's the month of Black History Month. Martin sums to 42, as in Martin Luther King, and Martin the sitcom, where he lives in apartment 42. And the show takes place in Detroit, which is on the 42nd parallel north. Malcolm X 42. Huxtable 42, as in the family name of the Cosby Show. Even Cosby Show alone sums to 42. Muhammad Ali sums to 42. He's born in 42. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's at the age of 42. LeBron James 42. He's born on December 30th. 12 plus 30 is 42. So again, it's just there's so much more, and this is just the 42 list. It's not even the 59s. But
And the other racial slur equals 42.
Yeah, racial. Here we go. See,
There's
that's what
so
I'm
many.
saying.
There's even one more that I had on top of my head. I just
And
lost
by
it.
the way, here, if we read here, it says also for historical accuracy, Jackie, who wore number 42, was not the first black baseball player in white major league. If you look at MLB.com, that honor belongs to Moses Walker, who played in exactly 42 career games. And his name, gematria, Moses Walker, of course, it sums to 42. He played in exactly 42 games. And then, I mean, it's like ludicrous for people to come here and say that this is just a fucking coincidence. It's impossible. There's no way.
I know, man.
It's
And
too
remember the
perfect, man.
clip
It's
that
way too perfect.
remember the clip that you showed from
Everybody hates Chris.
Everybody Hates Chris, where she says
Yeah, here,
number
let's
42,
show that. Let's show that for those who have not seen that or who might have missed it.
number
Here.
59.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that shit was fucking hilarious, dude.
Like, it's undeniable that they're using this in a shaming way. Man, I'm so mad. I had another 42 word that's just boom gone out of my
There's
head
a
right
shit
now.
ton. There's a lot.
There's so many though. Yeah, there's so many good examples to show how they use it in a derogatory way. Undeniable.
And dude,
Yeah,
I just stumbled across the craziest 42 connection regarding Whitney Houston. We'll
oh
touch
yeah,
on, but
yeah.
here, let me play this Everybody Hates Chris clip real fast for those who might have missed it. So Everybody Hates Chris, a predominantly black show.
It is a black show. It is a black
It
show.
is.
It's all
It is a
about
black
Chris
show.
Rock's
Yeah,
life.
it's
It's a
all about
black show. It's as
exactly.
black as it can get.
And it takes place in the 80s, during the crack epidemic in New York. But here, check this out. So Julius, the father, you know what? Here, just watch it.
Yeah. Some of them already probably saw it. So for those who haven't, we're talking about 42, 59 shaming numbers. Let's go.
Oh, give me 1 second. Let me get the audio right. All right, let's try it out.
You gotta get in line, get a number, wait for that number to be called, proceed to my counter where I will give you a new exam, and then you can go to the testing area.
I have to do this again?
If you want a license.
Good thing she can't read minds.
42!
So you see her yell the number 42, but it's not over. She does it again with the number 59. So check this out. Let me get it right. Okay.
Oh, you don't pay me? That's the line to go pay. $59.
Dude, just the way that she says 59.
and then just to see that, like, you can go to Zach's book and he has a whole chapter that's all about the two numbers that she says in shaming, in relation to shaming, and listen to the way she said those numbers.
Yeah.
42, 59. She wasn't like, hey sir, your number is 42, have a great day, and you're going to be waiting at line number 59, thank you so much, and enjoy your stay at our bus station. No, clearly said it in a very aggressive manner, so sort of like a spiteful way.
And here, just to add on to the mockery, shout out to Kayla Decode Talker. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her as well.
Definitely.
She caught this, and from Family Matter, the 42nd episode of Family Matter, look what is written on one of the lockers.
Oh,
nigger. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, like, dude, this is just smack.
This is the 42nd episode of Family Matter.
What day
Nigger
was
is
this
written right there.
episode released?
But check this out. It's not just that, man. Here we go. Look, she did a whole breakdown on this
my
on her channel. Go
God.
check it out. But
good find.
what day was this?
Find.
It was on the
That's
60th day of
madness.
the year. Just like how nigger also sums to 60. Damn it. So here, Zach wrote, not only was this the 42nd episode, it debuted on the 60th day of the year, which is March 1st.
Oh,
Nigger,
shit.
60 and 42.
Shit.
I mean, it's just too perfect, dude.
Nah,
And look, the
that's a good
title of the episode is "Fight the Good Fight," and what does "Fight the Good
Nah,
Fight"
bro.
sum to? 102, just like
Nah.
nigger. So okay, think about this, man. Okay, look, nigger sums to 60, 42, and 102, right? On the 60th day of the year, the 42nd episode of Family Matter is released, and the title of the episode is "Fight the Good Fight," which sums to 102. So you're hitting all three ciphers. I mean,
That's
again, I don't
super
get how
match if
people
I've
say
ever
this is
seen
a
one.
coincidence, man. There's no way.
Nah, bro. 42nd episode. You got the N
On
word
the 60th day of the year, the title of the episode sums to 102. I mean, get out of here, dude.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So after seeing Kayla's decode, that then inspired me to go check out the 42nd episode of Martin, because Martin sums to 42. And can you guess what the 42nd episode of Martin is about? Martin being stuck inside of a bus station. Of course, bus sums to 42 in gematria.
Yeesh.
That entire episode is literally about Martin being stuck at a bus station. Again, this is the 42nd episode of Martin. That entire episode, he's stuck at a bus station, and gematria bus sums to 42.
And Martin 42 and apartment
Martin 42, and the show takes place in Detroit, which is on the 42nd parallel north. Exactly.
That's wow. You know what? Now that you say that, the 42nd parallel north, that's interesting because there's a rapper from Detroit who goes by the name 42 Doug. And he claims like 42 Street or something, or 42 Gang. I'm not too sure, but
check this out. You know who else? It's just who else is from Detroit?
Yes. Mr.
And look what his
N.
name sums to in the most simple cipher.
Yeah, do you know why that's interesting to me? That Eminem's name equals 59? Because who's one of Eminem's best friends?
Dr. Dre.
No, you're forgetting.
Oh, Royce da 5'9". Okay.
Bada boom, bada bing. Royce da 5'9".
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the Dr. Dre discovered Eminem, but then Eminem went to go on and create, that group with Royce da 5'9", and Joe Budden was even in there. Yeah,
and
Royce da 5'9" is his best friend. Though. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Royce da 5'9".
59.
Yep.
You know what's crazy is the word record deal equals 59. So you can say that he gave Royce da 5'9" a record deal and gave him his chance. So Mr. 59 gives him a 59 to Mr. 5'9".
Here, just to play devil's advocate, a lot of the coincidences are going to come on here and say, "Come on, man, he's called Royce da 5'9" because of his height." But then it's like, okay, why would you call yourself after your height? Because 5'9" is such an average height. I think that is the average height of a man in the United States. So it's like, it's not like 5'9" is being, it's not like it's anything special. Like I would understand if you're like fucking 7'8" and you're like Royce da 7'8" or something, but it's like, why put your height?
Royce the 7'6" instead of 59, and like it had nothing to do with his height, and no one knew why or something.
Yeah, it's just such an odd thing to do, to add your height into your name, Royce da 5'9". I mean, it sounds cool, but it's just such a weird thing. But it's like, if you know gematria, you see why though. He's from Detroit.
Yeah. Again, how they bring in the 42, 59, that's crazy. Yeah, because Detroit 49th parallel north. But
yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, man. But and we're at 59 viewers right now. Nice.
See, this is YouTube fucking with us, man. This is what I'm saying. They do this shit all the fucking time. If you guys pay attention to the numbers that we're talking about, a lot of the times the numbers that we're talking about is syncs up perfectly with how many people are in the stream. That's how they play, man.
Yeah, and it's holding steady, but also for further cementing, because it's the Society of Jesus, biblical riddles, etc. Royce da 5'9" has an album that's like all catered to, the idea of like it's a whole biblical theme. So it's an interesting album. He talks a lot.
I'm not gonna lie though, Royce da 5'9".
Oh, he's nice. He's nice.
He definitely is nice.
He's nice. He's a spitter. He's a spitter.
Absolutely. Honestly, I think he's probably the best out of the whole slaughterhouse. Oh, him and you know who else is? Crooked Eye is fucking tight. Crooked Eye is fucking tight.
Joel Ortiz is nice. Budden had his moments.
He did. He had his moments. I think he's gone a little crazy now, but he had his moments for sure.
Crooked Eye and Royce are definitely the
I think that whole group, man, if it wasn't for especially Royce da 5'9" and Crooked Eye, and of course, I mean Eminem, but Royce da 5'9" and Crooked Eye, I mean, I think they really put that group on the map.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can agree with that for sure.
But yeah, Royce the 5'9".
Yeah, so just something to think about with
His
Eminem.
latest album is The Allegory 2020. Is that it? Or did he release another
The
one?
Book of Ryan or something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
2018 Book of Ryan. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's a
see
very
it.
interesting album. So it's like, like he has a
Well,
lot of
wasn't this
interesting
with his
themes.
son's birth or something? Like, doesn't this album start off with his son or his? I don't know if his son or if his
Can't remember
daughter.
exactly, but because it was a little while ago, but it was an interesting album.
This is a tight album though. Look what day released May 4th, 5/4, like 54. Of course, we
Wow.
know who. Look at the label, Heaven Studios. Are you kidding me?
Wow, really?
Heaven
Wow.
Studios, Book of Ryan on 5/4. Huh, that's funny.
Heaven Studios, eh?
Yeah,
Yo, wait, what's it
that's
called? Heaven Studios?
yeah, Heaven Studios.
Bro, Heaven Studios equals 54 in the most pure
I
cipher.
knew you would fucking say that.
Dude,
See,
it always
this is
does that. Here, let me
again
share my screen just to show.
for all the coincidence theories. How is that a coincidence as well? The album releases on. I mean, come on, dude. With a title like Book of Ryan.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
come in the most
I
pure
checked
cipher
Book of
too.
Ryan.
Heaven Studios, Jesuit Order, 54. Heaven Studios, 54. Sun Worship, 54. The album releases on May 4th, 5/4. Oh man,
I don't know why it's not highlighting those, but yeah, you guys see it. Heaven Studios, that's enough. 54. Crazy. It's crazy
yeah,
how it happens, man.
Royce the 5'9" is tight. Royce the 5'9" is tight. Crooked Eye. Does Crooked Eye still make albums, man?
I actually think he just put out a song with Joel Ortiz literally like a week ago or a month ago.
Oh
Just
shit.
listen to
Okay.
it. Yeah, oddly enough that we're talking about this, but yeah. No, just not to get off on a tangent there, but yeah, the 59 with Eminem. I always remember that. I remember when I typed in Eminem's name way back, I was like, oh shit, 59. Isn't his friend
Yeah.
Royce the 5'9"? That's fuck. So
I never thought about that. So with his old Royce the 5'9", but
remember
I
how he
always
like
knew it was
sacrificed Proof?
strange. What was that?
Remember how like Eminem had the video of Toy Soldier where his boy got shot outside of a
Right.
club, and then Proof dies outside of a club. That's pretty much the same way.
You're right.
So I mean, like, there's so much like ritual stuff that happens
You're
around these guys'
right.
careers.
Wow.
It's crazy, man. If you
That's
watch that video,
crazy,
yeah,
man.
and it
You're
was
right.
before. It was before Proof's death.
Right. On cleaning out my closet in the music video.
Yeah. So
Wait, was it cleaning out my closet or
no.
Toy
It was
Soldiers?
Toy Soldier. Toy
It was
Soldier.
Toy
Sorry.
Soldiers.
Yeah, it's Toy Soldier. His boy is getting shot outside of a club, and that's what happened to Proof later on. Not too long after, and then boom, Eminem links with Royce, or I don't know exactly when he linked with Royce, but yeah. Ritualistic careers, man. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Absolutely, man. So here, just to, I know we went off on a little tangent with the rappers, but here, just to come back to, well, really, it's not even a tangent because really it's just the
It's
whole
on point. It's showing the
59
perfect
and 42.
49.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a perfect 49-52 example.
And then when we look deeper into it, it's like
59-42.
the album released Heaven Studios, a Book of Ryan. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's clearly oh man, it's clearly Jesuits at work, man, with their entertainment.
Absolutely.
Signing these guys for big contracts to push certain narratives, symbolism, put topics into people's heads. Oh, it's not affecting me. It's not affecting me. But it's funny because the same people who say like, "Oh, it's not affecting me," will also comment on their favorite artist page. Oh my God, your music got me through a tough time. I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. What is it? Is the music affecting you or is it not affecting you? Because you said it got you through a tough time, so that means it affected you in a quote unquote good way. But at the same time, you're claiming it never affected you at all. Come on, man. Get your story straight.
Yeah. Yeah, get your story straight for real. And sure enough, tomorrow we'll see Eminem performing. I'm pretty sure
I'm
him
sleeping on
and
the fact
Dr.
that
Dre.
tomorrow's a big day.
I'm pretty sure him and Dr. Dre are gonna perform "Forget About Dre." That's probably their biggest hit.
That's something else you can bet on, actually, as we were talking about that earlier.
That's crazy.
You can
Yeah,
bet on
that song guaranteed. I mean, they're gonna for sure have to play that.
I think they're gonna open with
song?
California Love, man. If like those guys come on.
Okay, so this is
California Love.
that. I mean, yeah, they're guaranteed gonna play California Love, especially with Tupac being there.
Yeah, just like imagine that, like California
Yeah,
love.
exactly. And the Super Bowl was in
And the
California. I mean, this
fireworks go
whole
off
shit
and
is just
shit.
a fucking
I can see that
joke.
happening.
I mean, Tupac returns at the halftime that takes place in LA. I mean, of course. I mean, it's such a fucking joke.
513 weeks after his last hologram appearance. Something
And
that
if you
Zach
think
pointed
about
out.
it, dude, you know what's crazy? If you really think about it, Dr. Dre is at really the center of all this because think about it. Obviously, Snoop Dogg, right? Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre is like peanut butter and jelly, and then you have Eminem, who was discovered by Dr. Dre, and then you got Mary J. Blige, whose biggest hit was Family Affair, which was with Dr. Dre. So really, like everything is centered around Dr. Dre. So
Yeah, and what's his face? Kendrick Lamar
oh yeah, I
has this
forgot about
whole,
him.
plug in with
He's like
Dr. Dre.
he's like the freshman. But
Yeah.
you know what's interesting about Kendrick Lamar? Here's one thing that I can say. I would not be surprised if Kendrick Lamar performs the song "Poetic Justice," and the reason I say that is because with
The
Regina
Tupac,
King.
like,
Well, yeah,
okay, yeah.
that too. Well, yeah, Tupac's gonna be there. But the movie Poetic Justice, starring Tupac, it also featured Regina King, and I remember
Facts.
Regina King just lost her son.
Facts.
So
Interesting.
wouldn't it be something if Kendrick Lamar performs "Poetic Justice"? And "Poetic Justice" is one of his hits. I mean, it's not his biggest hit, but it's up there.
Who do you think during the Super Bowl is going to have the most like esoteric symbolism? Because remember last time it was the weekend and you had Satan flashed
That is
in the
interesting.
background. Who do you think is going to have the?
Oh man,
I think
I
it's either going to be Eminem or Kendrick that have the two like
really.
darkest symbolisms flashing, and that's just my guess. Because like
Damn, that's a
Kendrick has
tough
a
one.
lot of
Yeah,
songs where he
it's
talks about like
possible.
Lucy, like aka Lucifer, and like da da da. I mean, obviously, I don't know if he wouldn't perform those type of songs. I mean,
Right,
maybe he
right.
would perform those songs on a mass stage. You never know, man. The Jesuits
I
are
wonder
weird,
how
man. Like,
long the halftime show is going to be because I mean, goddamn, that's like 5 different artists that you have on stage.
it's quick though. The way they're man, a lot of the times people get all riled up for these events, and they're usually letdowns. People are like, "Oh, it wasn't
That's
even
true.
that exciting. The halftime show was mid." But yeah, it's usually pretty quick. Like
What is it like 10, 15 minutes?
hey, let me Google how long is the average halftime
That's
show.
exactly what I'm doing.
See who gets it first.
Yeah, 12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, around 12 minutes. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. I mean, realistically, it's enough for like most of them only perform like a verse from one of their songs and then it
That's what I'm saying.
transitions into someone else. So, you know,
This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that
they have
because
to choose
Kendrick,
wisely then.
I'm thinking Kendrick is gonna go first because it's like you got to save the best for last, and I'm pretty sure the last performance is gonna be Tupac with the hologram. I mean, of course, it has to be.
That's
You
going to
know?
be fucked, man. If they do that, Tupac, that's actually fucked if they do that. Like, people need to understand how, like, why, because Tupac, what was it? When did Tupac die? On 9/7, right?
No, he got
No,
shot on 9/7. He died on September 16th.
September 16th.
Hold on, let me double
No,
check. Let me make sure
sorry,
I'm
he
not
died
tripping.
in a drive-by shooting, right?
Oh no, he
Which he
died
killed
September 13th.
September 13th. Let me see something here.
Yeah, he died September 13th. The shooting took place September 7th. Pretty sure it was September 7th.
Drive-by shooting. Let me check something here. Yeah. So, like, it's just wild too because Tupac, the whole big thing, obviously died in like that drive-by like shooting, and drive-by shooting equals 213, and then now you have this whole
Yeah,
event with him
yeah. The
popping
whole
up
shooting took place September
213.
7th. Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, if they do it, man, if they do
And
it, if
think
you
about
know,
it,
you know.
Tupac
That's all I can
Shakur.
say,
What does
man.
Tupac Shakur sum to in gematria?
Here, refresh my memory. Isn't it 139?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the day he died, 13/9.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So again, perfect, man.
And his
Perfect.
name, his alias Machiavelli.
Oh, you know what's interesting is his name equals 40 in the most pure cipher, and he was signed to Death Row. Death Row equals 40. Now you have Snoop Dogg acquiring Death Row
Doggy
on the
dog.
40th day of the year in 2022 at the age of 50. Crazy, man.
Coincidence.
Crazy. Perfect, man. They choose their artist accordingly. They sell the label accordingly, precise to the
You know what's funny with Tupac? If they do bring out Tupac's hologram,
I don't see
Tupac's
it for some reason. I just don't imagine it happening. In 12 minutes to bring out Pac and just like such a big moment. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they will, man.
Do you think they will?
It's
I don't
because
know.
think about it. It's in Cali. Because look
No,
who
no,
you
no. It
have
makes
up there.
sense.
Look
It
who you
makes
have up
sense.
there.
And it's like,
Dr. Dre,
really? Like,
Snoop Dogg. How can you not have Tupac? It's the West Coast.
I know. It's just like, what? Like,
And it's
I
the
don't know.
Super Bowl. I mean, it's not like this is
Bro,
your average concert. You know, it's the fucking Super Bowl. So it's like I'm pretty sure they'll bring it out.
that's crazy, man.
And if you look at the Sun magazine, they said Super Bowl 2020 halftime show set to feature Tupac Shakur hologram. So
I know. I seen. It's just like what, like, because they didn't bring this up earlier. I guess they want to keep it as a surprise, or I don't know. But like,
and
yeah, I
think
feel like it
about
just
it.
kind of came out late.
And script, think about it. Tupac's last album, All Eyes on Me, what day did it release? Look it up.
Refresh me.
Look it up.
Okay, let me see. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Tupac release date. Let's see. Let's see. All right,
See?
guys. For those who don't know,
Hey,
all eyes
show
on
your
me.
screen. Share your
Yeah.
screen so people can see it.
Damn, I didn't know this. I didn't know this. All right. God damn it. God damn it. There you go. That's another big 213 thing with Pac. Where is it here? Guys,
Look at
the
that.
same day.
On
So
the anniversary? Come on, man. You mean to
tomorrow
tell
the
me
Super
Tupac's not
Bowl.
gonna be there?
That's
He's definitely
crazy.
gonna be there. He's
That's
definitely gonna
crazy.
perform
That's
California Love for
crazy.
sure.
Yeah. All to live and die in LA. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Dude, this is
exactly. That's what I'm
crazy, man.
saying. Super Bowl's in LA, and then you have LA in the Super Bowl. Come on, dude.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, man. This stuff is a fucking joke. But what I was gonna say was with this being Super Bowl 56, Tupac's birth name LaShawn sums to 56 as well. His birth name, for those who think Tupac Shakur is his birth name, that's not his birth name. His birth name is LaShawn Parrish Crooks, and LaShawn, his first name in gematria, sums to 56 in the most simple cipher. And what are the odds that he'll be at Super Bowl 56?
That's wild, man. That is just like I knew that I knew there was a whole bunch of 213 things with Pac that I was forgetting. So I mean, that's why I'm saying like it's just so crazy if this stuff does go down with Pac showing up there as well in a hologram.
I
I
would
mean,
not be
yeah, it does
surprised.
kind of make sense. Like the age we're heading with the virtual reality,
Because they've
etc.
done it
Like,
before. They've done it
and they have
before.
done it before. They have done it
So
before. So I
yeah.
mean, that's going to be
I mean,
something to remember.
there's no way that I could see them missing out on that with the Super Bowls in LA. You got LA in the Super Bowl. You got Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg at the halftime. I mean, what better place to have Tupac there? You know? But yeah.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be very interesting
So
to see how
we'll
that
see.
pans out.
We'll see. Honestly, the only thing I'm probably looking forward to is just seeing all the rituals in the halftime. I don't even give a fuck about the game.
Exactly, man. I don't care at all for the actual, sport itself and what's happening in that sense. I'm just so curious because I didn't watch the time when the Weeknd was performing last Super Bowl because I didn't care. I never care. I still don't even really care this time around to watch, but I do want to watch just to see, what type of shit goes
Because
on.
I
They have
mean,
weird opening ceremonies and shit. You know what I mean?
exactly.
And I'm curious.
And
How it's all gonna pan
they
out.
have a hell of a team at the Super Bowl, man. I mean, they have like considered hip hop legends: Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg,
That is interesting too. Yeah, for the people who like their
Eminem. I
music.
mean, come on, Kendrick. I
Um,
feel bad for Kendrick. He's like the little kid in there. But yeah, Mary J. Blige. I mean, it's so much, man.
yo, sorry. Here, hold up. I saw something in
You're
the
good, man.
chat. Sorry, Simple Truth said check out Loser Locker Room starring John Madden and Eddie Murphy.
Oh shit! I think he just did a video on that too. I think he has a video on his channel.
I see like an SNL skit. I don't know if we can
Yeah,
play
I
that with
think.
them.
It might get you for copyright.
Yeah,
But
I don't know if that'd be. But I'm just kind of looking at it. Oh wow. Okay, here. Let's read this here. Hold up. This will help. Let me show you guys this, and we'll look at it together. So Simple Truth brought up here. I'll show you guys in a comment. He said, "Check out Loser Locker Room starring John Madden and Eddie Murphy." So he said it's Super Bowl programming. So just to be safe, you guys can go check out the SNL skit Loser Locker Room. But here is what IMDb says about it. I saw a word that struck out to me right away. So this is the summary for this SNL skit. It goes on to say the host for the episode is John Madden, and the musical guest is Jennifer Holliday. The skits for this episode are as follows. John Madden gives a talk from the Cincinnati Bengals locker room now that the football season is over and the Bengals have lost the Super Bowl. And guys, think about the time we're in right now where they have the chance to win it during the year. The Tiger Bengals. Would-be host and other acts hopeful are invited to enroll in the Johnny Carson School of Acting. So I'm just kind of skimming through this to see if it talks any more about that specific part.
And mind you, John Madden's very first Super Bowl that he was an announcer for, it was the Super Bowl with the Bengals in it. The Bengals lost, but I mean, what are the odds? Now John Madden is dead, right before the Bengals go to the Super Bowl. The same
is crazy,
team that
man.
he was an announcer for when his career first took off. So yeah,
It's just crazy, man.
Simple Truth is saying how loser locker room has the same gematria as Joseph Lee Burrow.
Dude, man, it's so wild, man. Just thinking about, I just gotta say for a quick sec, like just to thinking about how at one point I was outside of the spectrum and the loop in terms of how numbers worked and what was being done in front of me every day, to now like being in the loop and seeing it. It's just like, holy shit, man. Like these events, like, again, I've been doing this for a little bit, not as long as people like Simple Truth, for example, but just wow, like, just seeing it now for a year and some change, it's just like, oh, come on, man. Like this is just some really fucked up shit. This is what people like regulate and subject themselves to, thinking it's all just life and it's all just, amazing human creations and it just happens and it's all so organic and flowy and he caught the ball and he got this amazing catch to save the game. No, like none of it is what we think it is at all. It's like what?
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. Appreciate that, Simple Truth, man. Thank you, man. That means a lot. It's just like it's stupid, man. It's stupid just being on the other side. So I'm glad that all of us are on the other side as well and we get to see it for what it is.
Absolutely, man. But here, just to get back to the whole 42 and the Black History thing. I know we got off on a little tangent with the Super Bowl, but still, I know that's the
topic
talk right now. That's the talk right now, so it's all good.
Town, man.
But anyways, just wanted to show you guys another example of the number 42 being used as a shaming ritual for African Americans. So this clip here is from the show Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And this is, again, another black show. And the Cooper family, the black family, goes to buy a Christmas tree from a white man.
My bad. Do you want to share your screen, by the way? If you're showing
Yeah.
anything.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Got you.
But again, what I was saying was the Cooper family, a black family, goes to buy a Christmas tree from a white guy, and can you guess how much he sold the Christmas tree for? Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, let me make sure my audio is good though. Hold up. All right, we should be good. Sells the Cooper family.
Okay.
Oh.
Mark, let's just get the tree so we can go, okay?
All right, let's see. I don't know which one to choose. We'll take this one.
You call that a tree?
Hey, a string of lights, squint your eyes, you're on the White House lawn. That'd be $42. Plus $1 for the...
Oh man, excuse me. Oh my goodness.
That'll be $42 for the black family.
Dude, it's just oh man.
Oh, and there's more.
Please don't keep going.
I feel like that guy.
I love
this one right here is probably the best one. This is from a new show called Woke.
Oh yeah, I think I know this one. This one I've seen.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
this one right here is fucking ridiculous.
No, but it's good though, because look, you show them from what? That show's like 90s and earlier.
Yeah.
And then we show in the middle in the 2000s, and then now you got present day.
Yeah. Thank you. That well said. Exactly. Exactly, man. So this next one is a show called Woke from 2020. And here, just to give you guys a backstory on this, here, let me share my screen real quick. So this black guy, he walks into a barbershop expecting to see black people, but what he realizes is that all the barbers are nothing but white barbers. And what's funny is they have pictures of black icons such as like Malcolm X, whose name, by the way, sums to 42. And the white barber asks the black guy, let me guess, are you looking for a number 42 haircut, or like do you want a number 42 haircut? And by the way, the name of the barbershop is Darnell. Guess what Darnell sums to, man? 40 fucking 2. So here we go.
Oh, that's fucked, man. Oh shit.
Coming down, breaking ground, all around, give a pound. Something wicked this way comes. Throw those guitar.
Darnell.
Playing with the money like what? I be playing with the money like what? Still got a lot more to go. Made it back for a walk through the door. Throw it up, make it rain.
Welcome to Darnell's.
So, where is Darnell? The old black dude? He retired. He moved back down south. But we kept the name and the soul of the place. Still got all the Ebony and Jet magazines, plus complimentary Hennessy. I know. You want a number 42. Okay.
Bro, that's the worst one, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That's the worst one. That's the most.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is
Bro.
pure mockery. It's like nothing but white barbers, one black guy.
You still kept the soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And hey, you want
right.
Hennessy? You want Hennessy? Right? All the stereotypes. They got pictures of Malcolm X. We kept the Ebony magazine. We got Hennessy for you. Let me guess. You want a 42 haircut? The name Darnell 42? I mean, dude.
Bro,
This one right here is fucking
We're gonna have
ridiculous.
to chop up all these 42 and just show this to every black person in the fucking world.
I mean, if this doesn't wake people
Every
up,
black
I don't
person in
know.
the
I
world.
don't know what
You don't
will.
even need to be black to just realize, like, okay, this is kind of dark. Like, they definitely using this number on you guys.
And here, you know what's funny, man? Here,
And we got 59 viewers holding it down. Appreciate y'all.
you know
While
what's
we talk
funny?
about 42.
Here, for those who say, oh, it's just a coincidence he said 42. For one, that's impossible. The reason why is because this photograph, as you can see here, with all the different haircuts, there isn't even 42 different haircuts on here. There's only 30. Because look, there's only 5 in each row. So you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So
Dude,
there's
that's
not even
perfect, though.
42 different haircuts. So where the
What
fuck are you getting the number 42 from?
And what is the word? What does the N word equal? 42
exactly.
and 30.
And what does Darnell equal? The same shit.
Oh god.
It's not just
man.
Darnell doesn't just equal 42. Darnell also equals 30. Just like, I mean, come on, man.
Like there's 30 haircuts available. Jeez,
Yeah.
no, that's unreal, man. That's unreal.
There was literally no reason for him to say 42, which it doesn't even make sense for him to say 42 if there's not even 42 haircuts up there. And let me guess, you want a 42 with the Hennessy and the Ebony magazine, and then we got pictures of Malcolm X, whose name sums to 42. I mean, this is just a fucking joke, dude. And this is, mind you, this is the very first episode of the series. This is season 1, episode 1 of the show Woke. Yeah, woke.
Again,
All
yeah,
right.
just to mock you too at the end too with the title woke.
Yeah,
They're definitely not woke to the fact that they're laughing at you
exactly, dude.
and us. You, me, they're laughing at all of us. Like definitely. That's crazy, man.
Oh,
You
but
want
wait,
the
there's
number
more.
42? Yeah, please. I love the
Oh,
TV
man.
show examples are my favorite because it really conceptualizes like, okay, then why would they say this though? And like, why would they say all these? Why would they from the Everybody Hates Chris to woke to what was it? Family Ties to Martin to
Yeah.
all of these are just amazing.
Everybody, yeah, exactly.
Amazing examples. Amazing examples.
And although woke, this show Woke is probably the best one. Another one is Whitney Houston's death being predicted on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now check this out. This is gonna blow your mind, dude.
Wow. This one I
So
have not seen.
we looked at the 42nd episode of Martin. We looked at the 42nd episode of Everybody, or I'm sorry, not Everybody Hates Chris, but Family Matters, right? With the whole Family Matters thing is the word nigger is in there. on the 42nd episode, and then with Martin is stuck at a bus station on the 42nd episode. A bus in gematria sums to 42. Look what they did on the 42nd episode of Fresh Prince. And honestly, man, I really just got to play this whole video because I go into a good breakdown on here. So here, check this out.
Bada
Here,
boom, let's get it.
let me share the screen.
Y'all digging the 42 examples? My man C says keep them coming, so we gonna do it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we gonna
sir.
do it because our people are going through it. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Here, check this out. Here, let me rewind this right quick. Let's make this full screen.
Welcome back, guys. I
all
just
right, here
wanted
we
to
go.
share something that I caught to be very interesting. So, of course, yesterday, February 11th, was the anniversary of the death of Whitney Houston. And of course, February 11th is the 42nd day of the year. Again, the number 42 stamped across Black history. But supposedly, Whitney Houston was found dead in a bathtub. And what's funny is there's an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air titled Community Action. This is season 2, episode 17. And this episode begins with Will Smith singing a song by Marvin Gaye, who was born on April 2nd, 4/2 for another 42. But Will Smith is singing a song by Marvin Gaye. And what's funny is Jazz, one of the characters of Fresh Prince, he walks in with a Bill Cosby cutout, like a life-size Bill Cosby cutout. And by the way, Cosby Show sums to 42 as well. But anyways, he walks in, as you can see in this little screenshot, and Will Smith says, "Where's your Whitney Houston cutout?" And Jazz's response is, "She fell apart in the shower." You guys are not going to believe this. Check this out.
No wind, no rain. Cause ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no river valley, no bar high enough. You just keep me away from you.
What's up, Will? Oh, what happened to your Whitney Houston cutout? She fell apart in the shower.
So again, you heard it there. This is what you call predictive programming. Peace.
So yeah, man. And yeah, the 42nd episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And mind you, this is how the episode starts off. This is exactly how the episode starts off. Yeah.
Wow.
That's how the episode starts off, man.
Wow.
With Will Smith singing a song by Marvin Gaye, who was born on 4/2, like 42.
Bro, I
And
highly
then-
recommend. Oh, sorry, no, go on.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say how Jazz walks in with a Cosby cutout, and Cosby Show some stuff 42, Huxtable 42. That's the family name in the Cosby Show. And then he says she fell apart in the shower, and that's exactly where Whitney Houston was found dead in a bathtub. It's essentially the same shit.
I highly recommend for those viewing, screenshot the
Oh,
this
and I
segment.
forgot the best thing.
All the 42.
What day
59s.
did Whitney Houston die on? February 11th, the 42nd day of the year.
Ay, man. Ay. Guys, it's just you know what's even more fucked about the fact that February 11th, right? 2/11, or a date that's written 11/2 is the 42nd day of the year, is the fact that we're talking about 4259. Think about how the other day in the year that has numerology of 112, November 2nd, is the day that leaves 59 days in the year.
Haha, look at that.
So think about it. 49, 52, they always, 59, 42, they're always connected. Always, man. They just merge these two numbers together. And that's unreal, man. I highly recommend, man, screen record or download, just get that part, man. This whole clip of all of those 42 and 59 examples, because it's just clear to see, and it's
And I'm
perfect.
pretty sure there's more. And you know what my
100%.
next task is? I want to go to the Cosby Show and look at the 42nd episode of that. That's really what I want to do. I already seen. I haven't watched it yet, but I already read what it was about, and Stevie Wonder's in it. So yeah, go figure.
There's another one Pokemon saying in Nicki Minaj and I did, yeah, and Lil Baby, they had a video, and they flash. I'm just gonna skim through it. Pokemon, if you have a
He
timestamp,
says he said it released on April 2nd.
no,
it might have been
February
February 4th.
February 4th, a date that's written 4/2.
Right.
So we have two big artists, two black artists releasing on a Black History Month on a day 4/2. We know what's up now. I'm just kind of skimming through the video, so I'm not even showing it yet. See if I can find it. But yeah, man, they do it. Oh wow, they flash another number that's very interesting. Okay, I bet you it's right here. So here I'll play it with no audio. I bet you it's right here because they're at an auction in the video and they're flashing numbers, and I already saw an interesting one. So check this out as we're on the topic of shaming numbers in mainstream media. So again, this is Nicki Minaj, Lil Baby, released on 4/2, February 4th.
Oh, wait, go back. Is that a tiger in the back?
Oh, here, I see what you're saying. Let's see. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it was, man.
Yeah.
Hold on. They're gonna have it. They're gonna zoom in on it. Hold on. Look at that.
Well, it's a lion, yeah, and like a
Oh,
cheetah.
okay. Okay.
Interesting. So 32. I'm pretty sure the word Negro equals 32. Let's double check. Negro in the most pure cipher equals 32. So there's a shaming number. Oh, sorry. Let's go back. What's the next number? Let's see. Oh, shit. Okay, so we got 38,
27. Uh-oh.
Rapper equals 38. Ritual 27. The 27 Club.
Which is exactly what a lot of Nicki Minaj's music video is. Just nothing but
Get
rituals.
ready.
Ha-ha!
We got the white man. We got the white man saying, "I'll give you 42.
Wow.
I'll give you a goddamn 42."
You're right. Because weren't the two people that were holding up numbers before him, weren't they black?
I'm not sure. Let's double check. No. Oh, well, I don't know. What is she light
Could be
skinned?
mixed. Okay.
That's a debate. That's up for debate.
Okay, never mind. I guess I might be reaching a little too far, but still, I mean, the fact that they have the number 42 in there, I mean.
Oh, we got 33 up in there. So all very interesting numbers. All numbers we actually always talk about. 33.
Are they all white?
I'm not sure actually. I don't know who the
If
first
that's the case, I mean, just look at the symbolism in that. It's almost like a slave trade.
If that's the case, then yeah, definitely that's seeming that's what it. Okay, so Asian. It's kind of some Squid Game shit. 32, man. I don't know, man. Well, and then there's another example. I can't remember what song it is, but it's from P. Diddy back when he was going by Puff Daddy. And doesn't Puff Daddy equal 42? Let's double check. Puff Daddy. There it is. Puff Daddy equals 42. And in one of his videos, he had the 42 flashed. Sorry, I just want to check something. Okay, no. But he had 42 flashed on a bus.
And this song was Nicki Minaj and who?
Lil Baby.
Lil Baby.
Yeah. I mean, Lil Baby, it's just crazy, man, because that's what like dudes would refer to their like, like girl as or their literal daughter or something. It's like, oh, it's my little baby, like it's my little daughter. It's just like it's weird how they've managed to merge.
Yeah, don't even get me started on these rap names, dude.
Yeah, the rap names are definitely interesting. That's a whole other topic. But guys, you know what? How could I forget? There is one other thing that I had that I wanted to bring up that is just shaming beyond belief is what the way I took this story. So tell me if I'm reaching or not. You guys can decide. But here, check this out. So let me share my screen. And a story came out pretty recently. And it popped up on my radar, and I was like, God damn, this is the first thing I thought of. So Elon Musk, Neuralink trials to link, human brain to computer killed 15 monkeys out of 23. And this came out.
Luckily, it wasn't human beings.
Well, yeah, we'll read into it a little bit, actually. But this came out on February 12th, 2022. And it says Elon Musk's Neuralink brain implants aim to put a chip in the human brain for us to control things for our technology sounds straight out of an episode of Black Mirror, the reality is scary. According to a report, out of a total of 23 monkeys that were implanted with the Neuralink chip during testing at the University of California, Davis, between 2017 and 2020, at least 15 of them died. Reports in the Business Insider and the New York Post, the news came from the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, which is an animal rights group. The Physicians Committee viewed over 700 pages of documents, veterinarian records, and necropsy records, reports. Probably saying that wrong, via public records at the university. Pretty much every single monkey that had implants put in their head suffered from pretty debilitating health effects, PCRM's research advocacy director Jeremy Beckham said. They were frankly maiming and killing animals, he said. And then it goes on to say, according to the reports, the Neuralink chip were implemented in monkeys by drilling holes into their skulls. The report said that one primate developed a bloody skin infection and had to be euthanized. Another was discovered with missing fingers and toes from possible self-mutilation of some other unspecified trauma and had to be put down. The report said another began uncontrollably vomiting shortly after the surgery and days later appeared to collapse from exhaustion or fatigue. Autopsy reports say that the animal suffered brain hemorrhage. So this is some pretty fucked up stuff. And I mean, like first, before I go on to what I think is the sick joke behind this, them releasing it during the time that we're in. And what an interesting picture to choose with the one eye symbolism that this company went with, or this publication. But I mean, like, how gruesome is that? And again, mind you, this guy wants this in humans at some point, right? So clearly they haven't worked through the kinks. 15 out of 23, come on. But here's what I'm thinking, guys. Here's what I'm thinking is the darkness behind this whole sick experiment, man. It's actually fucked up, man. Like, drilling it into their skulls. Now they're vomiting, bloody. I don't know, man. This is vile, man. Like, this is some like sick, mad scientist shit. If you ask me, like, for real, this is some mad scientist shit. But here's what just I thought about real quick. If you look here, I don't know why I changed the screen to that actually, because I wanted to show you guys a few things. So it's Neuralink, right? Neuralink. Look what Neuralink equals.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the study, if you go back to the article, it said they've been doing this between 2017 and 2020, but it's in 2022 of February that they decide to tell us, right, how the Neuralink chip is going in the month of February, right? And I just think, like, you know, with the Neuralink thing too, also Neuralink equals 105. Just like how there was 15 monkeys dead, right? Out of 23. 105, 15, rules of numerology. I don't know, man. Tell me if I'm reaching here. But okay.
Well,
Black History Month,
another thing that I see
Uh-huh.
is his guinea pigs are what? Monkeys, right?
There you go. Okay, I think you're already going to touch it. Please go on.
So again, the stereotypes is that black people come
There
from
it is.
monkeys.
There it is.
And of course, what do you call it? We know how huge the 42 list is. So what are the odds now? Neuralink comes to 42, and now this news breaks in Black History Month. Do you have the exact date that this was? That this broke?
The article broke on the 12th, just before the 42nd day of the year, which maybe it did break on the 12th.
Wait,
but
the 12th, so today?
Yeah, the story came out today.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I just saw it earlier today.
Okay.
Yeah, it says February 12th, 2022.
It would have been perfect if it broke yesterday.
Yesterday, right? I know. But yeah, it's fucked, man. I don't know. Exactly what you said is what I'm thinking. I'm like, is that the sick joke? Neuralink 42. They waited to the month of February to talk about how 15 monkeys died when Neuralink equals 105, like 15. And again,
Well,
just what you said.
Script,
I think that's
just
part of the joke, man.
also just think about it for those who are new. Remember, Omicron, the virus,
Came,
the
yeah.
new strain came from Africa, right? The black
Yes,
continent.
sir.
And what day did it come? On
Black
Black
Friday.
Friday. And what does Omicron sum to? 42 again.
Mhm.
And 102. 42 and 102. So again, I don't know, man. I don't it's like a literally a mental illness to call this all a coincidence. There's no possible way. I mean, it's mathematically impossible. Day after day after day after day. I mean, think about it. How many numbers are there? Fucking infinity. What are the odd? Here, let's just take the numbers through 100, right? So you got 100 different numbers. What are the odds that the number 42, 59, and 102, especially 42, but here, fuck it. Let's just to play devil's advocate. Let's take all three numbers, right? 3 out of 100, and these same numbers pop up over and over and over and over again. I mean, yeah, man. I don't know. Again, I feel like the part of the reason why a lot of people just don't gravitate towards this knowledge and just don't catch on is because again, we live in a society of fucking morons that don't know shit, that don't understand how probability works. They just want to call everything a coincidence, and it comes from the programming. Just like how Reuters tells you it's just a coincidence that a guy named COVID Kapoor was wearing a mask right before COVID. I mean, come on, man.
Check this out. Pokemon said, just because we're talking about 42, that a company owned by Elon Musk donated 42,000 to the convoy. So the Neuralink
Oh man.
owner, and founder.
And this is in the month of February, which sums to 42. Great.
By the numbers, baby. By the numbers. They're doing us dirty, guys. At least we see it. But man, what's the point if no one else, if not the majority does? And it's just select. You know what's
Chris
funny?
Holding says, remember, there's only 9 numbers. That is true. Because like for example, double digits are essentially just repeating the same digit, in a different sequence. So yeah, he is right.
Pythagorean numerology. Yeah, exactly. 9 is the complete number. Definitely.
There is 9. That's crazy though, right? Like if you think about it, right? Like when numbers were invented, like why did I want there has to be a deeper meaning to why they only stopped at 9. Because if you look at it, 10 is just a repeating of 1 and 0. 11 is just a repeating of 1 and 1. But 9 is like where it ends.
Well, yeah, and then you think about how it takes like 9 months to complete pregnancy.
Yeah.
And then you think about a perfect 90-degree angle, the perfection of a 90-degree angle.
Exactly. Like think about what you just said, right? It takes 9 months for pregnancy. I mean, that just tells you that the universe itself speaks in numbers. So you don't think a group of elite motherfuckers would want to try to hijack that and try to play God? It's obvious that God works by numbers. You know what I mean? Think about the whole Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio and God's numbers. I mean, again, it's so obvious that the universe and God, or whatever you want to call it, the higher power, it's very obvious that they operate, or he, she, whoever, operate by numbers. And see, that's the problem too, man. Nobody thinks. Nobody. All they. The society is so fucking fucked, man. This society is. I really don't think there's any hope for this society, man. People don't care. For one, people don't care. You can't help somebody that does not want to be helped, especially somebody that doesn't think that they need to be helped. There's no way, because there's no way you can, because they're not going to put in the effort to help themselves. You can only take them so far.
Yeah,
you can bring them the food. You can't force them to eat it.
Yeah, exactly. You can lead a horse to the water, but yeah, you can't force them to drink it or whatever it may be. Yeah, it's so true, man. And unfortunately, the stuff that we point out is esoteric, and people,
and what does esoteric mean? What does esoteric mean? If you look at the definition, it means it's only meant to be known by a few.
Secrecy, essentially. And what's crazy is there's people out there that don't even know. They've never even heard of the word esoteric.
Esoteric. That sounds like a conspiracy. That's their programmed response. How the fuck, that doesn't even make any sense. It sounds like a conspiracy. It's a real word.
So the only thing one can do is take advantage of the people who are on a path of truth and like try to get them to go on I mean, I don't know, I'm not saying fully, I don't know, I'm not like guide someone necessarily, but just like show them something that they could take and incorporate in their mind. Because yeah, man, like I felt like during my journey throughout trying to figure out stuff, I never got enough information that I found was as interesting and intuitive and consistent as gematria, paired with history, along my journey of trying to figure out what the fuck's happening in this world. So you know yeah, man, we got a long way to go,
But yeah,
and we only have so
for
much
those
time.
who don't know, the word esoteric literally means intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number of people with a specialized knowledge or interest. See, specialized knowledge or interest. That's the
Yes,
part.
what
That's
type
the
of
key word.
interest?
Interest.
Agendas.
Do people? Yeah, exactly.
Like Agenda
And you
2030
see
or
people in this
2050.
community have interest in stopping those agendas, therefore they want to learn what the what the whole esoteric knowledge is. But see, the masses, they don't have no interest in learning shit. Their interest is who's going to win the Super Bowl, when Nicki Minaj is releasing a new album, mixtape, music video, so they could just see her fake ass, watch porn. um what else do these people do? Go to work, their slave job, 9 to 5, come home, get drunk.
Defeated mindset, man. A lot of people just
That's
think
it.
they
That's
don't
it.
have
They're just on a
a
treadmill.
voice.
Yeah, exactly. They're just on
And
a conveyor belt called life. They don't give a fuck about anything. See, that's another thing too, man. I realize that a lot of people, they don't even have fucking time to look into other shit. Because think
yeah,
about it, they're too busy with work. Especially if you have kids, they're too busy with work. You come home, you got to take care of your kids. I mean, think about it.
mhm,
Your day is mostly gone
yeah.
if you have a 9 to 5, right?
Especially if you have to commute to work too. You're already wasting time
Exactly.
commuting.
Exactly. And then you got to get home and then you got to eat something, you got to cook, and then you're supposed to get 8 hours of sleep. So you don't have no fucking time to look into anything else.
That's how it's supposed to be.
The only little bit of time, and exactly, they did that on purpose. They took away all your time so that you don't have time to research and educate yourself and really realize what the fuck is going on. That's why that's why they have to give you entertainment on weekends. That's why people go out to clubs on Friday nights, Saturday nights, get drunk so they could just forget about how the government is fucking them in the ass. But you see, that's not the right move, man, because then if that's the case, I mean, then you're just defeated, you know? Why not, instead of, I mean, there's just so much to say, man.
Well, I mean, just in light of what you're talking about, Henry Ford was the one to establish the 9 to 5 concept. And what's interesting is his name equals 59, the reflection of 9 to 5, like 95.
The
But
Jesuits were
also,
created to not counter the 95 Theses, and they were recognized by Rome on the 95th day of the year.
a lot of people feel like they're a slave to their job.
They
And again,
are a
who's the one
slave.
to,
Exactly.
who's the one to give them that
Exactly.
concept? The 59 man himself, right? So that was
You
something
know,
early on that I seen.
if we really think about it, okay, like again, I'm not trying to take well, here, put it to you like this, right? Are we really free right now though? Like what's the difference between slavery back then versus slavery now? Because the only difference is you're not being physically beaten. You're being beaten emotionally and spiritually because they're stripping away your rights. But the only good thing that you have is you're not being beaten physically, which you technically are being beaten physically depending on your job, because a lot of people have backbreaking jobs, labor intensive jobs, and you kind of are beating your body and you're cutting
I
life.
mean, even if you're, excuse me, if you're not labor intensive, you're just sitting on a desk all day or standing all day. All three are just bad for your body, and work your body to in a bad way. But I mean, one thing I just want to say in light of what you're mentioning is, I mean, realistically, the slavery is just, instead of going after one selective group,
Exactly.
despite one group might get it worse than the other in the present time,
Exactly.
it's just meant to enslave us all. The ultimate goal is have all of us just
I'm pretty sure these
slaved up,
people,
baby.
when they were slaving the blacks, they're like, wait a minute.
What if we did this to
Instead of
everybody?
slaving the blacks, why not just enslave the entire human race? Because we're tired of these motherfuckers over here. I mean, yeah, we could enslave the black people, but fuck it, we could enslave everybody. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. And instead of having slave catchers, we'll have policemen that defend our the laws that we make up. You know,
Yeah,
it's no
exactly.
fucking different. Think about what school is. Do you have the freedom to? I mean, think about it. In school, it's almost like you're in fucking prison. You got to raise your hand to even talk. I mean, what the fuck, man?
Remember,
You
some
don't
teachers
even have
would
the
be
right
like,
to
"Oh, you
talk.
can't go to the bathroom right now." I'm like, "What do you mean I can't go to the bathroom right
Yep,
now?"
exactly.
Like,
You don't.
I'm like,
You
that's not something I should have to
think
fight
about it.
over.
We live in a country, well,
I
not
gotta take a
just a
shit, lady.
world where when you're
I'm saying-
young and you're in school, you got to
yeah,
get permission to go do something that you should naturally have the rights to, man. You shouldn't have to
yeah,
ask anybody to go urinate or to go to the bathroom. Come on, dude.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
fucked up.
definitely, definitely,
You
man. Or
you
else
gotta
I'm
walk in
dropping
a
a
single
dookie on her
file
desk.
line.
Straight
Dude,
dookie on the desk,
yo, man,
boy.
you know what's fucked up, dude? When I was in, dude, I had to have been in like fucking, I want to say about first grade or second. I don't know. It was like early years of elementary school, years ago, right? A fucking girl, I remember that she asked the teacher to go use the restroom, and for whatever reason, the teacher said no, and this girl literally pissed on her pants and she started crying, and everybody started making fun of her. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is fucked up. And dude, really, that's really when my real awakening began. Is in elementary school, just realizing how fucked up the whole system is. How they tell you that you're fucking free, but yet you don't even have the right to get up and go pee. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
Shit is so fucked up. It's ass backwards, man.
very much so, man. School is only meant to do one thing, and is to mold a very obedient citizen, a worker. And I think yeah, school. Definitely. Yeah, the things I've seen in school and what my experience on my side was not fun at all. I think times for me got better around like grade 11 and shit, because I kind of had to like get my shit right to go to the next step of schooling. But earlier on was tough times. All before that with teachers and just the battles and the my thought process was always what you said. I was like, I don't understand this stuff though. Like we don't have the freedom that they kind of claim that we do. We don't have the
Exactly.
like say
Exactly.
this and then you say it. They're like, oh, you shouldn't say it like that. It's like what? Like like I don't. It's more
It
restricted
was
than we
so
think.
obvious that they were trying to sugarcoat a lot of things, man.
Yeah, and I was biking and like there was an elementary school near my area and I was biking. I heard the bell ring and I just seen the teacher gather the kids up in the single file line and just all the kids like ding and just like doof, doof. And obviously I was one of them. We were all went to elementary school and shit. I don't think you
Right.
dropped out of school at elementary. God damn, you a badass kid, man. You a badass kid. But yeah, man, like it's just like look at now. Like look at they trained us for a time like now where you're dead ass just waiting in line for fucking everything and everywhere because of C-19, man.
That's what school is, though, man. School prepares you for the real enslavement once you get out of high school. Because think about it, like, how different is your 9 to 5 from like your school, right? You're told what time to come in, you're told what time to leave, you're told what time to eat lunch. You can't just fucking start eating lunch at work whatever time you want. You have a specific time for lunch, just like school. It's no
Well, then
different.
you add everything you were mentioning, plus now they're going through the time of the pandemic with
Yeah,
masks and all that.
exactly.
It's like, oh my god! Imagine just again. I feel for anybody in school. I saw someone said school was really like bugging them out right now. Shout out anybody in school right now just trying to get through it,
Man, for real.
because it's like, oh, I'm so happy I'm not in school during the time of Rona, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, because it would be tough for me. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be frustrated,
Honestly
like,
speaking, I would
them
have
trying to
dropped
tell
out.
me, with them trying to tell me, oh, you got to take a jab to go take
Yeah,
your
no,
next
fuck
course,
that.
or you got to wear a mask every like, and then it slips under your nose, and the teacher's like, oh, it's like, nah. The professor is like bitching, no. I honestly would be like, okay, this is madness. Like, this is just stupid. Um, but yeah, I feel for anybody going through that, and worse, not just going through that and being a bot, but going through that and thinking the way we do or seeing what we see. I could imagine how that would be frustrating. Some days or all days, I'm not entirely sure. But hey, man, if you can get through it without having to get yourself poked up, that'd be dope. Get to online. I know some schools are even saying like, oh, even online you got to get the poke. It's like, what? I'm at home. I ain't even seeing anybody. Nope, stop. You got to get it. It's like, okay, like this is just fucked.
I mean,
I don't know how
yeah,
people
dude,
don't see, people
it's
see it, but
just
they just don't want to address it. They want to be passive. They're like, "Yo, I get it, I get it. It is fucked. It is fucked." But like, what are we gonna do? Like, remember that clip we showed last stream of that like big medical guy, the pharmaceutical guy,
right,
who was saying like, "Hey, man, I know it's fucked up, but like, it is what it is. What are we gonna do?" Like,
right.
so
You know,
this is someone making a lot of money who technically people always say like, well, if you have money, you can get a way out. It's like not necessarily because where are you going to go? And for how long can you free yourself? I mean, you can to an extent, but I'm just saying, like, people with a lot of money in certain positions are saying this.
and you know what's also funny is, man, just coming back to the whole school thing, man. Like in school, whether it's elementary, middle, high school, even college, like the smartest ones are always the ones who completely obey authority and just follow directions. I mean, I'm not to say all people who are smart follow authority and shit, but it's like your average Joe, right? Think about them. I'm pretty sure all the quote unquote, I guess you could say, nerds in high school, middle school, elementary, guarantee they all probably vaccinated by now.
Oh, they're all double masked for sure.
Double masked. Yeah.
I can already
Seriously
picture
though.
a few in my head.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, dude, if school does not wake you up, just being indoctrinated, I mean, it's so easy to see, man. Just the load of shit that they teach you is just like, what the like I remember just like us being forced to read like William Shakespeare, and I'm like, what the fuck does this have anything to do with what I want to do with my? That's another thing too. School thinks that everybody is first of all, every student is going to learn in a different way. Some people are hands-on learners, some people are like visual learners. I mean, so many people are different, right? But school doesn't give a fuck about any of that. School shoves 20, 30 students in one classroom and just thinks every student is going to learn the same way, which is bullshit.
Yo, bullshit. Exactly. 113. Exactly. The real CJ says school was straight
Wow.
113. And then you say bullshit 113.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. That's
Wow.
exactly what it is. Again, I've always battled with school and
Yep.
and
I
just
hate
the
I
whole
hated school
structure
so
of it.
much, man.
Man, here, oh man, I don't know. School is straight indoctrination. I'll tell you guys. When I was in high school, they held an assembly because one of the guidance counselors, his son was part of the alphabet community,
Oh
and
boy.
this was like 2000 and
Yeah, I was figuring. I'm like, damn,
12 or
how long
something
ago
like
was this? Because this
yeah.
whole LGBTQ. I mean, they're kind of.
It was kind of like it wasn't as poppin'. I don't remember it
Was this
being as
high school?
poppin'. This is a high school.
I
So,
see.
anyways, I was in like grade 10, I think, or something, right?
I
But
see.
anyways, they randomly said, "Oh, yo, in light of this kid, this guidance counselor's kid being sus, like we gotta like basically praise him and like wear all pink shirts and do an assembly, and he's gonna come speak out." And I was like, I literally went to my mom, and I was just like, Mom, like they're making us go to this assembly about like this stuff, and she's like, really? Like, oh, you don't have to go to that, like you can just don't go or something. Like, bless, like I don't want to go. Like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Right.
why are they pushing this on us? Like, I don't understand how like school and this have like anything to do with each other. So
Right.
that was another big moment for me, like just like and at that time I was researching certain shit too, so it just hit different. That's why I just knew, like, I mean, I always knew, but I don't know, I'm not trying, people are gonna take that the wrong way, certain people, but it is what it is, man. Like, I just thought, like, man, why is this being pushed? Like, why do we have to do so? I remember I dead ass ditched the assembly because I literally just went to the washroom. I sat in there for like first 10 minutes, and I asked one of like the teachers or whatever. I was like, "Hey, can I use the washroom?" And they're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Don't be too long." And I dead ass just fucking dipped to the
Took the
washroom,
whole
walked.
period
Yeah,
there.
that ass
I
took
don't
like at
blame you,
least
dude.
like
I used to do the
25
same
minutes.
shit,
Came
dude.
back, he was still talking. I'm like, God damn. I was like, this is just.
Yeah, the assemblies is what gets me to the assemblies. Just everything about school. I fucking hate it, dude.
You guys have the Pledge of Allegiance, or sorry, the
Hell
national
yeah,
anthem, whatever. So
hell
you had
yeah,
to,
every
you couldn't,
fucking morning, and that's another thing too. It's
you
like,
couldn't move though, right? Like if you
oh
came in
my
late,
gosh, yeah, all kinds of dude. You're taking me back memory lane, dude. All kinds of
Yeah, it's just
stupid shit,
funny as
dude. Yeah, you
fuck.
can't fucking move when they're singing the national anthem, and don't get me started on when it's 9/11. Oh boy, they
Yeah,
have
you
like a
guys had
fucking
that
three
different for
minute moment
9/11.
of silence. Oh fuck,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you guys had that
yeah.
different there. We didn't get that in Canada for 9/11, but yeah, definitely like the other majority of the way school was structured is the same shit.
On the
bro.
anniversary of 9/11, I still remember this. Every fucking grade that I went through on the anniversary of 9/11, we would spend almost the entire day talking about those events. And that's really when I realized that this whole 9/11 crap was a load of shit, because I was asking again, I was literally like maybe one or two of the only ones that are literally asking questions about 9/11. Everyone else is just going along with it. But I'm like, this story doesn't make an ounce of sense, dude. Even to tell me building a plane fucking takes down 2 buildings in the exact same fashion. I mean, come on, dude. And then it's like 911, 9/11. The buildings are like massive 11s. But you see, back then, of course, I don't know gematria and anything like that. And I didn't even realize that New York was the 11th state. But now that I know all this, I wish I could just go back and just like debate the teachers. I'm like, okay,
I
so is this a
know.
coincidence?
I know, right? It's like, but at the same time, I feel like fuck. If I learned gematria like during school, I'd be like, wow, this is crazy. Like I'm looking at my textbook and I'm like, wait, what? Like,
You know, I guess that's one thing about being a student now and understanding gematria. It would be funny just to take what you know about gematria, go to school and just like debate the teachers on history and everything, and just like see their response. That would be fucking hilarious.
well, do you remember that thing that we showed a while back in one of the shows where in schools someone called into one of Zach's TFRs and they said, "Hey Zach, I remember in school they had posters and the poster basically had gematria on it. It had the English ordinal and in specific here I'll actually pull it up. Knowledge equals 99 or something like that. Let's see here."
Denise says my daughter refused to stand up for the national anthem in high school. I was upset at the time. Yeah. Hey, you know what's funny too, man? They force you to put your your right hand over your left over your heart or some shit like that. It's just, I'm like, what the fuck is all this, man? And then you gotta like face the flag, the great American flag, right? Oh man, the colors of Great Britain are in it. Thinking that we're free from them, which is a load of shit.
Oh man.
But anyways, man, yeah, it's all bullshit and it's bad for you. That's what George Carlin said. It's all bullshit and it's bad for you, folks.
No, oh, here it is. I thank God I found it. I was gonna be so salty. Okay, so it'd be interesting to go like what you were saying. Go to your teacher and be like, "Hey, let me show you something," and you show them, gematria, and you pull up the calculator and everything because it's like, check this out. So like I said, someone called into a TFR and said, "Hey Zach, I remember seeing these posters in school way back. In the poster,
Oh, that whole oh shit.
yeah, it was here. Look, so the poster said,
Oh.
coincidence or not, if A, B, C, all the way to Z, so the 26 letter alphabet, and then they're assigning the English ordinal. So A is 1, B is 2. And again, for those who are like, what do you mean? English ordinal.
He's like, what do you mean? I know,
A
man.
is
You
1,
gotta.
B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, all
Yeah.
the way to Z 26. So just like this picture is depicting, and it says coincidence or not, if those equal that, then if knowledge, when spelt out, equals 96, hard work equals 98, both are important, but fall just short of 100%. But attitude equals 100, all in the English ordinal, right? So I mean, you can show that to your teacher. Like, imagine if that poster was like in the fucking class, or you're just like, "Hey, remember this poster?" Like, dude, like, come on, dude,
Exactly.
like this is in your face. Like,
And honestly speaking, dude, like for a lot of the shit that they teach you at school, like you really don't even need gematria to like just completely expose and realize that there is a numerical. Like for example, take 9/11, right? Okay, you can literally tell the teacher, wait a minute, New York is the 11th state. On the 11th day of the month, the very first plane that hit was flight 11. So we have another 11. And how many crew members were on that plane? 11. And I mean, it's just like
And it happened on the day leaving
what? Yeah,
111
exactly.
days
Like
in the
again,
year.
we're not using any gematria right now. We're just going
Yeah.
based off what they've said, right? Flight number 11, 11 crew members inside the flight on the 11th day of the month in the 11th state. I mean, look at that. How can all of that just be a coincidence? And then on top of that, Muhammad Atta, the supposed lead hijacker, it was on his 11th day of his age because he was born September 1st. And coincidentally, he happened to be 33 years old, the same age of the buildings. The World Trade Centers were up for 33 years. And how many total crew members were killed in 9/11? 33.
The big
See what I
11s
mean?
right there. The 1-1 in the 11th state
People
on the
think, oh
11th
no,
day.
that's just
On the day
all
leaving
a
111 days.
all
Flight
a
11.
coincidence.
That's amazing, man.
The
It's
buildings,
crazy, dude.
exactly. The build.
It's
I mean,
conspiracy.
and 9/11 is probably the center of all conspiracies, mother of all conspiracies, and really that 9/11 is what really, I guess you could say, made me realize that. Like for example, I knew that school was bullshit even before I even discovered 9/11. But once 9/11 happened, I was like, okay, the government. It's starting to. I'm starting to see that the government itself has a very evil agenda in hand because I was like, this story doesn't make any sense. It's a complete inside job, guaranteed about that. And yeah, man. Unfortunately, most people just don't have the eyes to see.
It is very unfortunate, man, and hopefully people will get their thinking cap on and their reading glasses, or get your 2020 vision and pick up on or take heed to what's before you, because there's only so much time left, man. Truthfully, there really is only so much time left on both sides of the spectrum. Technically, you could look at it from a positive way, and you could say there's only so much time left for them to complete their goal before we overturn. Positive outlook. And then you have the very pessimistic outlook. Some say more realistic.
But it's like, do we
Seems
even
that
want
way.
to? Do we even want to see the end of their plan? Because it doesn't look good, man.
That's
You
what I'm
know?
saying, right? Like, yeah, then we have that other side of the spectrum that is like, shit, do we want to go here? Like, damn, do we want to let it get there? Because again, people just forget, like, when it comes to, okay, one of the last things I'll say is for this trucker rally, right? Convoy.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so there's people who
Did you
like,
hear? By the way, not to cut you off real quick,
no,
but
no, it's
did you
okay.
hear? Did you hear that supposedly the truckers are gonna try to interrupt the Super Bowl tomorrow? Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did
Zach
actually.
Zach even did a
I
great
didn't read the story,
breakdown
but I
on
heard
that
the
with the
headline.
whole 56, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Freedom Convoy 50. Like, yeah. So actually, one of the guys who was listed on the GoFundMe, there was two names, and his name equaled 56 as well, like Freedom Convoy. But anyways, so okay, regardless of all the coding and etc., right? The protest. There's people who just don't rock with it, right? They're like, nah, like this is just yo, get the police and shut it down, etc., right? That's how people are slowly turning their public opinion. Because there was fully poked people who were like kind of like, yo, I get this. This is a good thing. But now those people are slowly falling back into the mold, and they're just kind of like, nah, cut this off, get the police, go home, etc., right? These people just don't realize that, look, there'll be a time that you'll want to protest for something, whether it's your culture, your home country, whatever the fuck it is. And you wished for protests to be shut down so hard, and you gave them that right and that consent to do so from another protest you didn't even agree with, that you could have just said, fuck it, I don't even care. If I don't agree with it, I'm not going to try to get it shut down or anything, right? But people are not realizing that just by saying like you don't want to see a protest, even if you don't agree with it, you're ruining something for yourself later down the line. So censorship, you should never agree with it, man, in any way, shape, or form. Whether you disagree with what the people are fighting for, like Black Lives Matter, people are like, oh, abolish this, whatever. Look, I understand it's a psyop, but my point is the reason they throw these psyops is to bother people. So then people who cause divide and the people who hate it, then they want to just, say, take it down. And then that opens the grounds and the discussion for, should we just end the idea of freedom of speech and protest, etc. So you got to always see the bigger picture. Always.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
Sucks, man. It sucks. So hopefully, guys, hopefully things change, man. But we are 3 hours. Oh, sorry. You were gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say, did you catch? I'm just on gematriaeffect.news, and I just seen Zach made this post a few hours ago. Here, let me scroll down, find it real quick. Look at this. I don't even want to read the title in case they try to censor this video, but as you can see, look at that.
Oh wow.
50
50
million.
doses
Yeah.
of the poke recalled due to triggering false positive H to the I to the V February 11th. You know what's crazy is because recently Moderna is putting out and working on mRNA HIV technology. So you see the mockery that they do here?
And think about how this comes in February, Black
Eh,
History Month.
Yep. And then think about who, like, oh man, Fauci and HIV
And HIV
and
wasn't HIV first discovered in. Hold on, let me see.
it's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I didn't hear about that story. There's a lot of news, man. They're popping
Hold
off.
on, what was the guy?
Again,
Damn, there was something
the
with
poke news is
HIV.
going to be
Yeah.
real during the 42 month.
Anyways, yeah, absolutely. The
It'll be
42-month vaccine, 42 in gematria, HIV 42.
Oh wow,
Boom.
there it is. Yeah, man, guys. Here, let me just pull it up. Moderna HIV mRNA trial. Look at this. Bada boom. Sorry, I just taken over real quick for
You're
a sec.
good, man. You're good. You're good.
As early as this year, January, Moderna launches clinical trial for HIV vaccine that uses mRNA. So this mRNA, guys, like I'm telling you, this
Watch
is
out, man. Watch out. Fauci's gonna come after you. You better
this is
watch your
interesting.
words here on YouTube.
YouTube, so many names.
And check
But
this
yeah,
out.
they're
Your
working on
boy,
it.
your boy,
Who's my boy? I'm not looking at the
your
screen. Oh
boy
my
from
god.
Toronto,
Oh man.
Mr. Drake.
666.
The
That's what he
six
has
god,
in
the
his song.
Saturn. Yeah.
Literally
Drake is
has
betting over 1
666
million
in
on
his song. It's like,
Rams.
what?
He has his money on. See, is this even real though? Who can prove this?
I
You
mean,
know?
Drake's on the
Are you gonna
inside.
look
He
at
knows
Drake's
what's
bank account?
happening.
Yeah,
He's hedging
exactly.
bets. I don't
Plus, it's
know.
probably
He's even
bullshit
making
too.
money. Yeah, exactly. Like
And plus,
this is
to
just
him,
to
1
get other
million
people
is
to try to bet
yeah,
a whole bunch of money and get
exactly.
nice.
If Drake, oh man,
Yo, I
Drake,
got money. I'm hood rich, nigga. I
yeah.
can compete, man. Like, or fucking other rich businessmen are like, that's nothing. I'm a corporate
But
businessman.
just
I
think
make
about how if this story is even legit, which I highly doubt, but if it is, let's just hypothetically speak, let's just say it is legit.
Oh yeah,
Let's just
and
say
he's
he
promoting a
did put
platform too. Yeah, sorry, Pokemon pointed that out. Yeah, that's promotion too for stake. Another betting.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a good point.
See,
So there's
the
always
total
something behind
stake,
it.
yeah.
Stake equals 56, by the way. Just want to point that out. Stake.
Yeah.
STAKE. So that's the company that Drake's working with all this betting. Yeah, stake.com. You can see it for Bitcoin betting, all that stuff.
You know what's funny though? I think he
Oh,
he
it's
placed a
promoted
bet
right
on
there.
overtime. Yeah, here it is. This is from his Instagram. If we come here, but yeah, like let's say he put $1 million on here. I mean, goddamn, dude, even if that's real, do you know what you could do with? Ha! Look at how many followers he has on the fucking Instagram. 102 million during the 102nd NFL season.
Shit.
And not only that, of course, 102 with the whole slavery. And I mean, anyways, but yeah, he supposedly put $1 million. Wait a minute.
Big flex. Big
No,
flex.
he didn't put 1 million. He put 600,000. If I'm reading this right.
They always like to over-report on the media just to kind of like pull people in. They always
Did they say
They do
nearly
that with.
1 million?
Dude, they
No,
do
they
that with
said
numbers.
over 1 million. There's no wait. Am I
I
reading
didn't
this
read the
right?
story.
Oh,
This is-
I see. Oh, he has multiple bets. God damn. So
Oh.
it's way over. So okay, so he got 500,000.
Oh, okay, I
That's
understand
already
now.
a
It's
million.
applied, yeah.
I see. So 1.6 million then.
Well, the insider making bets on the breaded circuses. and getting paid to do it. It's probably not even making bet. The money's
Oh,
probably not
fuck,
even hit.
okay.
He's probably betting that this company's money. They're probably like, hey, we're gonna give you a
I'm pretty sure
contract,
that's what it is.
and part of the contract is we give you $1 million, and then you post it on your Instagram that you spent the money, but we actually gave you the money. Drake's like, oh yeah, easy. My 102 million followers on
Yep.
Instagram will obviously buy that because I'm rich, and they'll think I made the bet with my own money because I'm Drake, and it's all organic.
Why is he
Yeah,
even
man,
betting on the Rams? Doesn't even make any sense.
well, I know he's living in LA and doing his LA life, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is
it's more.
anybody? Does anybody from the Rams? Are they actually from LA? I doubt it. The
Shit,
quarterback's
I
not
don't
from
know
LA.
that. Drake the golden boy, man. Drake's the golden boy in hip hop, man, for real. I think his reign is kind of slowing down a little bit after that last album,
I
but
don't
I don't know.
know.
We'll
I don't
see.
know, man. This dude got away with being exposed to having a ghostwriter, and the industry's acted like as if that's completely cool. Do you know if we were in
No,
the
but if you think about
90s?
it, when I thought about that longer and longer, like over time, I
Uh-huh.
realized they set him up for that. Two reasons why they set him up for that later in his career. One, he already got exposed early in his career for reading off his phone during a Funk Flex freestyle. Early, like this was mad early in his
Oh
career.
wow, I didn't
So
even
that
catch
was
that.
already
Okay,
something that kind of like set the precedent for what was to come.
I
But
see.
then this is just my hindsight thoughts. And then also think about how Drake transitioned heavily to being like a pop like artist.
True.
So pop artists always have writers. So like it's just like they script these guys' careers perfectly. So that's why people accept it so easily now, because people, when they think of Drake, they think of like a pop artist. They don't really think of a rapper. They just think of a mainstream artist.
But
And I
okay,
swear, like that's how it just flies over the majority's heads. And
no,
the
you're
people who
right, and
comment
I
on
definitely
pages
hear
are
that.
fucking little kids. They're not people like us. So the kids have the say. The kids born in like
I'm
2009
pretty
and
sure
shit.
101 of his followers are all kids, huh?
You know what I mean? So they're like 14, 16, and they're lost, or just, I don't want to even say lost, but just haven't got the chance to figure it out yet. So
Well,
they're just gonna go
what I
with
was gonna say to that is like, okay, I understand if you're like a singer and you have a ghostwriter, because I mean, if you're singing, it's not necessarily your lyrics that they're focused on; it's your vocals, right? So that makes sense. But when you're a rapper, it's all about your wordplay. You know, you being a wordsmith. You know, playing with words, your double entendre. You know, your rhymes, and not just your rhymes, but you're telling a story. You're supposed to tell your story, right? Not the fucking ghostwriter story. So it's like it's different when it comes to genres. But with Drake, he began as a rapper. That's what he claimed to be, right? And now, yeah, you're right. He did transition into, I guess, a more of a pop type of I guess I don't know.
he's just like a
Pop slash
mainstream act,
rapper.
man. Like he's
Well,
beyond
he
like
is a
the title
mainstream
of a
act.
rapper. He's just like
Absolutely.
straight
He's
like
like
mainstream.
he's perfect for the radio.
Yeah, and obviously radio isn't running real rap. They're running hip hop, not hip hop. So, yeah,
But
man.
it's just sad because dudes like Pusha T don't get nowhere near as much attention as Drake does, and it's
Well,
like, I
the only
mean,
time he did, unfortunately, in the recent
oh
days is
yeah, with the
dissing
yeah,
and
the
battling.
only time Pusha T gets attention is when he has Drake in his mouth, which is fucked up. But I mean, it's again, we know who these people are owned by, so
Yeah, exactly, man. We know what they signed up for and who they're involved with and what they're playing with, aka Kabbalah, openly admitted for a lot from a lot of them. So
and I know people are gonna come here and say, well, Dr. Dre didn't write his lyrics, okay, but Dr. Dre is known for to be a producer, not a fucking rapper.
well,
I mean,
and okay, well, who that doesn't even matter because he stole all his beats anyways. So that's the end of the
yes,
story.
that is another thing. Because
Drake
again, a
ripped
lot of
him
people
off.
give so much
So
a lot of people give Dr. Dre so much credit, but what y'all don't understand is most of Dr. Dre's famous hits, like "Still Dre," for example, "Still Dre"
mm,
was made by fucking Scott Storch.
mm.
It wasn't
that's
even. It was.
that's the whole mockery, man. I highly recommend people checking out this YouTube channel called UB, like the letter U, the letter B, TV. Recommend checking his channel out because he puts out a lot of videos on like Black history and about how like a lot of successful Black folks in the positions that they were given were handed to them and not always necessarily earned for much more of a greater purpose, and he connects the rest of those dots. So his channel is UBTV, the letters U, letter B, TV. I definitely recommend checking him out because he does a good job at explaining that type of stuff that we're talking about there.
Absolutely.
On that end, at least. It's madness, man. It's madness.
But
It's
yeah, man,
madness.
you guys got to give credit where credit is due, man. And again, there might be somebody who's behind Scott Storch, but it's there's no doubt that Scott Storch is literally. I don't want to say jump started Dre's career because of course not. Because I mean, even though
Scott
Scott
Storch is
Storch
crazy,
was
man.
with the Roots, yeah, exactly.
He's crazy on the fucking keys.
But as far
man.
as Dr. Dre with his hits, a lot of people don't realize it's actually Scott Storch that's making the hit. Dr. Dre is
The
more
hidden
like
hand.
a what do you call him? A studio
Executive
engineer
producer.
or a what is
He's
it, a
more like
sound
executive
engineer?
producer because he kind
Yeah,
of just like guides what's
looks
happening.
over everything,
Where
but
there's
doesn't really put in
actually the
the
producer.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like a
Exactly,
DJ Khaled almost.
Yeah, that's another guy. DJ fucking Cat. What the fuck is he even famous for? I don't even understand that. For yelling DJ Khaled on the or we the
Yeah,
best on the songs?
exactly. It's more of like
His
his
production
brand.
skill is like fucking average. I mean, at best, average. I'm like, hardly even DJs. So I was like, what is this guy even famous for? For yelling "We the best." That's it.
Yeah, I mean, there's that phrase, "Don't make stupid people famous" or something like that. So I mean, like that's the kind of the whole purpose of the entertainment industry is to mock the good average day citizen and be like, look, we're gonna pay this person millions to, do stupid shit, whereas you're gonna watch and hopefully be sad that you're not doing that, or and we're gonna pay them for doing dumb shit while you're like working minimum wage for doing a good job, or you're only getting paid this and you're a nurse, or etc. It's the whole mockery of the world. Like it just goes to show that's why people's priorities are all fucked up, because they're like, bro, why am I trying to be doing that when I could go be a rapper or whatever, be a ball player, and not everybody's meant to do those things, man. But hey, man, fuck, do you? But shit, man, just know what you're getting into. I'm working on a dope video, guys. It's gonna be out soon. It's talking about record deals and the hip hop game. I'm working on that. It's almost done, so I'm gonna put that out shortly. I think that's gonna. I want a lot of rappers and shit to see that, because yeah, I wanted to make that type of video for a while now, and I haven't got
Yeah,
around
man,
to
make
it.
sure you guys go support the real ones who are really putting in the work, man. Seriously.
Yeah, there's a lot of good artists out there that are putting out real music. Unfortunately, their views and their count is low, and that's discouraging to them. They don't want to continue. And then,
Another guy from Canada who's getting a lot of views, actually millions of views. I'm pretty sure you've heard of him, Tom McDonald.
oh yeah.
He's been getting some.
Very
What's your thoughts on him?
controversial.
Yeah, very, very controversial.
Yeah, we've talked about him a few times on the stream, and I mean, honestly, all I could say is because I really haven't listened to his music. I think I listened to about 2 songs. One was about like Eminem or something, but overall, I think the guy's definitely controlled. I don't know who he's signed to, but the
He
stuff
has
that he puts
way
out
too
is
many
very
views to
interesting.
not be controlled.
And he
is
does
where
have a
it's my take.
very large following, and I know it hurts people who are like new to this stuff to hear that, because they're like, wait, so you're
Tom
trying to tell me
McDonald?
no, it's not even just the artist,
He
but they're
has
just
songs
like
like New World Order. I mean, yeah.
but people who are new, they say, wait a second, so you're telling me anybody who has a big following didn't like get it organically, or like isn't controlled, and that's the part that like bothers people. It doesn't allow them to like again, this stuff could shatter someone's realities, like, and that's a big hump too that people can't get over, because they're like, wait, if I think like that, then I can't achieve anything, which is not true at all. But I mean, shit, man, that's just the case. If
Here's
you're
my
that
take.
buzzing, man, you probably 9 times out of 10
That's
are
what I'm
being
saying.
paid.
Because if you look at Tom McDonald, he has almost 3 million subscribers on YouTube right now. He's at 2.95 million. But it's like, okay, it's either one or two things. He's either controlled. If not, he's either putting out content that is not a threat to them. That's why they don't take him down. And if you really think about it, all he really talks about is stuff that I guess everybody already knows about, the typical quote unquote conspiracy stuff like New World Order,
And if
shit
you're
like that. So it's
if you're
not
not
really
a
a
threat,
huge threat to them. You know what I mean? They're not gonna fuck with you.
and if you're not a threat, that means you're probably supporting the agenda inevitably. It
Because think
benefits their
about it,
agenda
they
in
do
one way or
want
another.
division, right? They want division, order out of chaos,
Well, they don't mind these topics being brought
yeah,
up. It's just about who's
because it
bringing
creates
it up.
more. Yeah,
That's all they
exactly.
care about. Because if again, if he's talking on about it in a serious manner, in a different light, then they're going to be like, no, chill out. But if he's talking about it in a very surface level manner, they don't mind. They don't mind.
You think? Do you think they'll let a gematria rap video get millions of views? No.
Like
Hell no.
imagine a rapper like Tom McDonald just use the English ordinal, just the English ordinal, and he was in a trippy video, and behind him is flashing like the words that he's saying with the number. You know what I mean? Like they would never let a video like that come out. I don't think so. Not yet. Not never, but not yet. We'll come to a time though. It'll be so blatant they'll do
He's too
something like
big,
that.
man. He's way too big. Like his dude. What? Like I'm looking here. Like he just posted a music video 8 days ago. 8 days ago, it already has 4.5 million views.
And we
In
know
8
that they can
days?
falsify
I mean, come
numbers
on.
too.
Yeah, that's also possible. You're right. They can falsify numbers for sure. But I
Could be a
mean,
label trying to make them bigger than it is, but it could also be that it's organic and there is millions of people
well,
out
then
there that
if
are
there's a label
resonating with the
behind
music.
him, then he's for sure being controlled, or at least being watched over heavily to make sure he doesn't step boundaries.
Yep. And again, guys, controlled opposition. Controlled opposition. You got to have it. They cover all the ground. If you don't have controlled opposition, then how are you gonna regulate who's feeding certain type of information out? Come on. We're dealing with some crooked motherfuckers, man. Wake up, or go to bed because it's pretty late. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, well, I mean, maybe I'm not playing. I can't lie. What are you thinking, man? We're about almost 4 hours in.
Yeah, I would say it's been a great stream, man.
It's been a good one, man. I think we covered a lot here. I'm just gonna quickly recap. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure to follow us on the socials if you haven't already. YouTube, subscribe. I'm gonna link Neil's name so you can click that. Again, Instagram, Twitter for both of us. But also what we covered today on Neil's end, and also what I covered on my end. So lots of stuff we went through today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow's a big day. We have the Super Bowl 56 and Bengals versus Rams. Year
We
of the
got the Roman
Tiger.
Circus 56. Yep.
What's gonna happen? Honestly, guys, I'm not here to tell you how to bet. I think betting at the end of the day is a waste of money.
Bengals.
But there's definitely some hints, to say the least. So if you
Hey.
are going to place a bet, just bet responsibly. That's
This
all
all
I
I'm
can
gonna
say.
say. It's the year of the tiger. It's the year of the tiger.
Boom, man. There's a hint. There's something. There's something they trying to tell you.
I mean, it's
But
kind of obvious.
I mean, hey, we'll see.
Well, hey, you know
We'll
what?
see.
I could be
We'll
wrong
see.
though. I could
The
be
day
wrong
hasn't come yet, man.
because I was wrong
technically
about
the
the
day has.
Cowboys, and hey, you know what? I'm a man to admit that I was wrong. And here's the thing, too, man. Like I said, I really do feel like this season they had multiple scripts planned out just to see. See, that's another thing, too, man. They realize that too many people are starting to catch on with what they're doing, at least in the Chamashi community. And I'm not talking about like the masses, because if that was the case, then they would have to switch up completely. But I'm pretty sure they have backup plans in case shit goes south and they might need to switch the script, which I'm pretty sure is what happened this season.
Yeah, I do think that they have altered the way they script things due to the fact that it is getting a bit more attention than it ever has. I agree.
Bart says he thinks it's going to be the first draw in Super Bowl history. I don't think you can have a draw in the Super Bowl. I think that they're just going to constantly go to overtime until somebody here. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I'm not aware if that's a thing in the Super Bowl. And
I don't think
appreciate
so,
you,
though.
Jack M. Thank you for and C and everybody who is showing love for the stream. Seriously, guys, it's much love, man. Holding it down for 4 hours, live or archived. You can always come back and catch it too. Totally understand. This is a lot of talking for a lot of time, so understand if you got to take breaks or whatever. I always recommend listening to this type of content when you're doing stuff, whether it's listen to it whatever best way is for you. But I always like listening to podcasts and stuff while I'm doing something, whether it's biking or walking or cleaning or whatever, man, whatever. So it's a good way to like pass the time, learn stuff. I think it's a good way. But February 12th, man, 2022.
Episode was 24. So tomorrow, I mean not tomorrow. Next week will be episode 25, man. 25 weeks straight we've done this.
It's gonna, yeah, it's crazy, man. We've been pretty consistent, and I've enjoyed it, and hopefully the people have. Hopefully you have.
Oh,
And
most definitely, man. And again, it's good to see everybody in the chat again. Rick, James, Bart, Gigi, everybody, Isabella, Shy. Yeah,
definitely. Definitely. It's gonna be an interesting stream, episode 25, man. We're gonna find out who the winner is of the big old Roman circus. I'm excited to hear the results. I'm excited to have the episode.
Rick
It's gonna be
James
lit.
always keeping the like count.
Yeah. Chakozy, man. Peace
Absolutely.
out. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate
Chagozy. And guys, make sure you guys go
everybody.
subscribe to the other channels in the community as well. Chagozy, Kayla Decode Talker,
Gnostic Knowledge,
Gnostic
Simple
Knowledge for
Truth,
sure. Bart, Seek
See
Truth
Through the Matrix
101.
Reloaded.
Yeah, there's so
everybody,
many
man.
people.
There's so many people, man.
Yep.
But yeah, guys, I think it's time to tune out, man. It's been great. We're definitely gonna be back. Tomorrow's a big day, like we just said. So just stay tuned. Episode 20.
And I'm pretty sure tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Why do I keep saying tomorrow? Next week, I'm pretty sure we'll have plenty of deaths surrounding the Super Bowl, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
because it's
a
always
given,
like that.
right?
It's always like that.
I hate to say it, but yeah, that's a given. So next episode's on the 19th of February, guys.
And it's the 25th. Death equals 25. So
it's gonna be here. Let's just see. I just want to see one thing before we go. We always say that. It's going to be the 50th day of the year that we come back to connect with everybody.
Wow, think
we'll
about
hear
that.
what's going on.
Think about that. This is our 25th episode, on the 50th day of the year.
Facts.
Exactly at the half, 25. That's crazy.
That's also the, what is it, 1 or 2 year anniversary of Pop Smoke's death. I'm pretty sure Pop Smoke died in 2020, right?
I think
Let me double check.
so. Honestly,
He
man, I'm
died in
not too.
2020. So 2 year anniversary of Pop Smoke's death is the day we're having episode 25. The word death equals
Hey,
25.
who knows? We might even have a rapper dead.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, man. The DLC, if you're out there, I would go hunker down for at least months after the Super Bowl. Even though I don't know, man. It's because think about who's in the halftime: Dr. Dre, Snoop. We seen how many people Snoop sacrificed. So it's only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time, guys.
We're not wishing death on anybody. Don't look at it like that. It's just again, we're just trying to warn people and try to educate what's going on and how people are being ritually sacrificed. We're just trying to expose this, and yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it right there. Script, thanks for having me on.
Not a problem, man. Anytime. It's our show, not my show. It's the people's show, man.
Absolutely.
Till next time, guys. February 19th, 2022. We'll see you then. Take care.
All right.
Peace and love.